Alright, magandang gabi sa lahat. Naabutan na pala tayo ng oras. May pinuntahan lang ako saglit. Alright, sa ating mga bagong viewers dito, kung ikaw ay bago pa lamang at hindi pa nakapag-like sa ating Facebook page, paki-like po, pre-reviewer Social Studies. At the same time, paki-subscribe po sa ating YouTube channel, pre-reviewer Social Studies, LPT. Yun po ang pangalan po ng ating YouTube channel po. Alright, so para sa kaalaman ng lahat, yung live po natin ngayong gabi is ito po ay General Education, Social Studies, set number 3. And of course, recorded po ito. And may upload po ito sa ating YouTube channel kung aabot na po tayo ng 2,000 subscribers, since we are in almost 8,000 po sa ating mga followers sa Facebook page. So required ko po sa inyo na mag-subscribe po na hanggang aabot tayo ng 2,000, kasi po yung YouTube channel po natin is requested yun naman po. Ginawa ko po yun para sa inyo. So magsa-subscribe kayo. Okay? Okay, sa mga ano po dito, mention po sa inyo mga kakilala to join with us tonight. Baka hindi pa nila alam na nagsimula na tayo. Alright, bigyan ko kayo ng 1 minuto para mag-mention sa inyo mga kakilala. Invite them to join with us. This is General Education, Social Studies. Okay, yung major Social Studies po natin, Baka mamaya, mga 8 to 9 lang muna. Hindi na tayo aabot mamaya sa mga 11 kasi may lakad ako bukas. Kailangan kong matulog ng maaga. So, as of now, hanggang 9 lang ata tayo, 9 p.m. And of course, sa ating major social studies, depende po kung may oras pa tayo mamaya, tuloy po natin yon, yung number 101 to 150. Okay, simulan na tayo. We have 65 viewers as of 6:19 p.m. Okay, question number 1. Which statement is true of the pre-Spanish Filipino government? Again, ang keyword po natin dito, kung saan po daw yung ang tama. Okay, saang statement yung tama during pre-Spanish Filipino government. Okay, letter A, the dato exercise all powers government. Letter B, laws were formulated by lawmaking body elected by the dato. Letter C, laws were formulated by a law body elected by the community. And letter D, there was a court created by the dato to hear complaints. Okay, comment down your answer now, as well as the number of items para po malaman natin kung para saan yung sagot nyo. Okay, may nagsagot na ng letter A. How about yung iba? Okay, ano sagot nyo dito? May nagsagot ng letter C, may nagsagot ng letter A. Right. Yan. Okay, sagot po natin dito is letter A po. The dato exercise all power of government. Yan po yung true statement during pre-Spanish Filipino government. Okay, proceed po tayo sa ating number 2. Ito. What characteristics of government is established by the 1987 Constitution? Again, what characteristic of government is established by the 1987 Constitution? Okay, comment down your answer now. We have Mario Figuracion Manlangit watching from St. Paul's Institute of Technology, Iligan. Welcome. Okay, ano sagot nyo dito? We are in number 2 na po tayo. Alright, halo-halo yung sagot natin dito. Sagot po natin dito is letter D po. We have statement number 1, number 3, and 4. Okay, number 1, ito po, President system of government were 3 branches. Tama ba? Na yung system of government natin is merong 3 branches. Tama po yon. Okay. Statement number 2, parliamentary system of government. Parliamentary ba ang meron sa 1987? Hindi po. Okay. Statement number 3, the 3 branches of government are separate independent of one another. Tama po yun. 3 branches of government are separate independent of one another. We have legislative, executive, and judiciary. Ito, number 4. The 3 branches of government have a check and balance over one another. Alright, tama po ito. Okay, answer po natin letter D, 1, 3, and 4. Ang hindi po kasali is parliamentary system of government. Okay, proceed po tayo sa ating number 3. If our present government is democracy, where does the power reside? Letter A, in the Filipino people. Letter B, in Congress. Letter C, in the President. And letter D, in the Supreme Court. Okay? Tapos na po natin ito sa ating set number 1. Lumabas na po ito sa ating General Education Social Studies. Welcome sa ating mga bagong viewers dito. At kung bago ka pa lamang sa ating Facebook page o at hindi ka pa nakapag-follow, I invited you to follow our Facebook page para po lagi kayong updated. And of course, meron po tayong link dyan para po sa ating YouTube channel. Okay, click nyo po yun at mag-subscribe kayo po para mai-upload po natin ang ating mga live videos po doon sa ating YouTube channel. Okay, para ma-review din nyo naman. Okay, again, walang mangyayaring uploading sa video sa ating mga live kung hindi tayo aabot ng 2,000 subscriber. Dahil po, since request nyo ito, so yun din ang deal ko sa inyo na mag-subscribe kayo. Dahil para saan naman po yung YouTube channel natin kung walang subscriber. Okay? Alright, ang daming nagsagot ng letter A. May nagsagot ng letter B, in Congress daw. We have Joanna Jones Manobi. Ann Francisco, sagot niya letter A. We have Rosel Sanchez Esquivel. Sagot niya letter A. We have Lope Dumagin watching from Iloilo. Welcome. Alright. Si Sir Stone andito na. Sagot niya in the Filipino people. Again. Okay, sagot po natin dito. Keyword po natin is democracy. Kapag democracy, saan yung power ng ano? Power ng ano is andyan sa Filipino people. Again, kapag democracy, yung power po is in the Filipino people. Okay? Proceed po tayo sa ating number 4. And President Quezon's Philippine Commonwealth. What is true about Philippine Commonwealth? The Filipino is blank. Okay? During Commonwealth, again, Commonwealth po yung pinag-usapan dito. Yung law po natin dito sa Commonwealth is tidings macdo philo. Okay? Yung Commonwealth po natin is tidings macdo philo. Ano po ba ang meron sa Commonwealth? Letter A, we're fully independent. Fully independent pa tayo during Commonwealth. Letter B, we're partially independent. Letter C, granted total freedom to course their destiny only in matters of education. And letter D, we're citizens of the United States. Okay? Ano pong sagot natin dyan? Okay, may nagsagot ng letter D, may nagsagot ng letter B. Iba-iba yung sagot. Alright. Sa mga bagong viewers natin dito, welcome po kayo and paki-invite po sa inyong mga kakilala to join with us tonight by mentioning their name so that they will be notified sa ating live po. Okay? Alright, halo-halo yung sagot natin ha. May nagsagot ng C, may nagsagot ng letter B, may nagsagot ng letter D. Okay, sagot po natin sa ating number 4 is we're partially independent. Yan po ang ibig sabihin po ng Commonwealth. When we say Commonwealth, we are partially independent. Kailan ba nangyari ang Commonwealth? This is during American period. Again, this is during American period. Commonwealth po. Ito po ay binigyan po tayo ng 10 taon sa ating mga Amerikano po, para po gabayan at i-guide po sa ating government as well as the politics. Yan po. Ito po, ang tawag dito is tidings macdo philo. Okay, proceed tayo. Number 5. Ito. Okay, kaway-kaway sa mga ano dyan, mga naka-remember, nakaalala sa ating mnemonics dito. Okay, in the decades of the 70s, one clamor of the activists who staged street demonstration on the street was down with the oligarchs. What did the accused government of as suggested by the underlined word? Government was blank. Letter A, a role of the few rich. Letter B, a form of dictatorship. And letter C, anti-poor. And letter D, elitist. Saan po dyan? Ang sagot po sa ating pong keyword, down with the oligarchs. Okay, may mnemonics tayo dito. May mnemonics tayo dito sa atin pong number 5. Okay, kindly comment down kung naalala nyo anong mnemonics po natin dito. Oligarchs po. Yan. May nagsagot ng letter B, number 5, a form of dictatorship. Okay. How about yung iba? Anong sagot nyo dito? Alright, can you comment down to your answer now? Alright, halo-halo yung sagot. May nag-letter A, may nag-letter B. How about yung iba dito? Okay, ano bang mnemonics natin dito? Sinong nakaalala? Anong mnemonics natin dito? Alright, sinong nakaalam? Mnemonics natin dito sa ating keyword na with, down with the oligarchs. Walang nag-comment, so ibig sabihin walang nakaalala. Nakalimutan nyo na. or sadyang hindi sila nakapag-view ngayon. Iba yung viewers natin ngayon. Okay? Yan na, si Cindy Wong. Sabi niya, oligarch view. Okay? Alright. We have Alvarez Maribek. Welcome. Okay, yung mnemonics sagot po natin dito is a roll of the purists po yung sagot po natin. Yung mnemonics po natin dito is oligarchs or oligarchyo. Yan. Tandaan nyo po, yung mnemonics natin dito is oligarchs. Oligarchyo or oligarch. Idugtong nyo po si few at si oligarch. Gawin yung oligarchs or oligarchyo. Again, gawin ang mnemonics natin dito, oligarchs or oligarchs or oligarchyo. Yan po yung mnemonics natin sa ating number 5. Okay, proceed tayo number 6. With batasang pambansa performing legislative and executive powers of the Marcos regime, which part of the government was implemented. Again, ang daming nagkakamali dito dahil nga sabi nila Marcos. Okay. Marcos regime po ang keyword po natin dito. Ano po daw yung gobyerno po na na-implementar during Marcos regime po. Okay, anong sagot nyo dito? Number 6 na po tayo. Kindly comment down your answer as well as the number of items para hindi po tayo malito kung para saan po yung sagot niyo dahil po yung ibang comment po natin is delay po. Again, sa ating mga bagong viewers dito, welcome na welcome kayong lahat. And of course, you can invite to your friends, you can invite your classmates, as well as you can share this video online live. Kung meron kayong mga GC, isend nyo po. And of course, kung hindi ka pa nakapag-follow sa ating Facebook page, I invited you to please follow and like to our Facebook page para po lagi kayong updated. And of course po, meron na po tayong YouTube channel since marami po ang nag-request sa inyo dito na magkaroon tayo ng YouTube channel. So gumawa na po ako ng YouTube channel at kailangan nyo po mag-subscribe po. Dahil kung hindi po tayo aabot sa 2,000 subscriber, yung mga live po natin, hindi po natin mai-upload doon sa ating YouTube channel. Okay, yan yung deal ko sa inyo since request nyo naman yan. So dapat mag-subscribe kayo. We are now in 8,000, almost 8,000 followers. So kailangan ko ng 2,000 subscriber para sa ating YouTube channel. Pag aabot na to ng 2,000 subscriber, automatic i-download ko, i-upload ko po yung mga live po natin doon sa ating YouTube channel para makapag-review po kayo. Okay? Ang daming nagkamali dito ha. Pag sinabing Marcos, kasi Marcos is dictatorial daw. Okay? Kapag sinabing Marcos, ang sagot ng iba is si Marcos is dictatorial yun. Okay? May nagsagot ng monarchical daw si Marcos. Okay? Basic lang ito ha, kasi ano to, General Education Social Study, Gen Ed po. Again, this is Gen Ed po at itong ano po, ito na questions na po to, itong tanong na to, number 6 po. Lumabas po ito sa late exam last September 2019. Again, yung number 6 po natin is lumabas po sa board exam last September 2019. Take note pa, take note. Okay, Marcos regime tayo dito. May nagsagot ng letter B talaga dahil nga si Marcos daw ay dictatorship. Okay, dictatorial. Okay. Sagot po natin dito mga ka-teachers is parliamentary po. Yan po ang sagot natin sa ating number 6. When we see Marcos regime, ang tanong po, which form of government was implemented? Ang na-implementar po during panahon po ni Marcos po ay parliamentary. Okay? Parliamentary yung sagot natin dito. Okay? Okay, proceed tayo sa number 7. What form of government is characterized by the separation of powers? Again, form of government characterized by the separation of powers. Letter A, parliamentary. Letter B, presidential. Letter C, we have aristocracy. And letter D, we have monarchical. Comment down your answer now as well as the number of items. Okay. Ano sagot nyo dito? Number 7 na po tayo. Alright, we have 151 viewers as of 6:33 AM. Okay, may nagsagot ng presidential. How about yung iba? Ano sagot nyo? Alright, sagot ni Ann Batiaw. Letter B, presidential daw. Okay, meron na po tayong 47 subscribers sa ating YouTube channel. Okay, sana kaya yung iba? Okay, halo-halong sagot. May nag-letter A, may nag-letter B. Okay, sagot po natin dito. Yan, may nag-letter D. Sagot po natin dito is presidential po. Tanong po, what form of government is characterized by the separation of powers? Ang sagot po natin dyan is presidential po. Again, sagot natin sa number 7. Number 7, separation of powers is presidential. Okay, proceed tayo sa number 8. To which type of political system do we belong? Again, kung hindi ka nakasagot dito, yan na. Okay, tanong po, to which type of political system do we belong is we are in democracy. Again, to which type of political do we belong? We are in democracy. Again, when we say democracy, who is the father now? Ang tanong ko po, who is the father of democracy? Again, the system that we have until now is democracy. Okay? To which type of political system do we belong is democracy. Ang tanong ko po, who is the father of democracy? Sagot po, sinong may alam dito? Again, who is the father of democracy? Alright, sagot. Father of democracy. Again, this is Social Studies, General Education. And of course, sa ating LET po, last March and September, ang dami pong lumabas ng mga Social Studies question po sa atin pong board exam. Yun po yung trend talaga. 40% talaga lumalabas is coming from Social Studies. Okay, may nagdaming nagsagot ng Ramos. Okay, father of democracy po is Fidel B. Ramos. Again, father of our democracy is Fidel B. Ramos. Alright, proceed tayo. Number 9. In which form of government does power or authority reside in few persons who govern for their interests? Again, keyword na naman natin dyan is few persons. Letter A, oligarchy. Letter B, monarchy. And letter C, democracy. And letter D, parliamentary. Saan po dyan ang tamang sagot po? Sa atin pong number 9. Again, welcome sa ating mga bagong viewers dito. Alright, inimbitahan ko po ang lahat na mag-like po at mag-follow sa atin pong Facebook page and of course sa atin pong YouTube channel po. Okay, mag-subscribe po kayo sa ating YouTube channel. Yung pangalan po sa ating YouTube channel is Pre-Reviewer Social Studies, LPT. Again, yan po ang pangalan sa ating YouTube channel. Okay, ang daming nagsagot ng letter A. Okay? Since tapos na po ito, medyo may twist lang, medyo na binaliktad lang yung tanong, yung questions po. Yung keyword po natin, kanina yung keyword natin is oligarchy. Ngayon naman po, yung keyword po andun sa tanong is few persons po. Okay, when say few persons, mnemonics po natin dito is oligarchs or oligarpio. Again, yung mnemonics natin dito para hindi po natin makalimutan. Pag makabasa tayo ng few, automatic sagot po natin dyan is oligarchy po. Again, oligarchy, oligarchy or oligarpio. Yan po. Okay, proceed tayo sa ating number 10. Okay, number 10 na po tayo. Which of the following represents the smallest subunit of the government in the Philippines at present? Again, smallest subunit of government. Alright, ang daming nagkakamali dito ha. Again, lumabas ito sa exam last March 2019. Again, lumabas ito sa exam last March 2019. Take note, lumabas ito sa 2019 exam po. Okay. Oh sir, yung pinakamaliit na smallest con is purok. May sityo, okay? Ano kayang sagot dyan? Sityo, purok, or barangay? Yan, may nagsagot ng sityo. Si Joji Mar, sagot niya sityo. Si Jolian Canyeda Caloyo, sagot niya sityo din. Okay? May nagsagot ng letter A, purok daw. Alright, anong sagot nyo dito? Okay ha, sa mga nagsagot ng sityo at purok at zone, yung sagot po natin dito is barangay po. Yun po yung Smallest subunit of government. Again, smallest subunit of government is barangay po, hindi po purok, hindi po sityo, hindi po zone. Again, sa smallest subunit of government is barangay po. Yan po ang sagot natin. Okay, sa mga nagsagot po ng ano dyan, mga nagsagot na letter sityo at purok. Okay, again, yung sagot natin dyan is barangay po. Alright, proceed po tayo sa ating number 11. Ito, the Philippine government is divided into 3 branches: executive, legislative, and judiciary. Which among the following doctrines describe the model of governance in the Philippines? Letter A, tricameralism. Letter B, separation of powers. Letter C, emancipation of state. And letter D, division of labor. Saan po dyan ang sagot po natin? Again, medyo tricky itong questions na to. Ang dami pong nagkakamali po dito. Okay. Sana hindi kayo magkamali dito. Okay, lumabas to sa exam. Okay, may nagsabong malabo dito. Sa signal siguro natin ito. Okay na ba? Thumbs up kung okay na. Kung malinaw na po. Okay, thumbs up kung okay na. Thumbs down kung hindi pa okay. Okay, may nag-thumbs up na. Malinaw na. Okay, anong sagot po natin dito sa number 11 na po? Our keyword po is divided into 3 branches. Okay, anong sagot nyo dito? Yung iba dito, sagot nila is tricameralism kasi nga 3 branches daw. So, ang daming nagsagot talaga ng ano. We have Jericho, Jos Abanilla. Sagot niya tricameralism dahil nga 3 branches. Okay, sagot po natin dyan is separation of powers po. Since we're talking about divided into 3 branches. Again, separation of powers po dyan ang ano, sagot po natin sa legislative, executive, and judiciary. Hindi po tricameralism. Again, sa mga nagsagot ng tricameralism dyan, hindi po tricameralism ang sagot natin dyan. Kundi, yung sagot po natin dyan is separation of powers. Again, sagot po natin dyan is separation of powers. Again, okay, number 12 na po tayo. Okay, number 12 po natin. The Philippine legislature is divided into 2 major bodies, the Senate and the House of Representatives. Which among the following best describe the division of the legislative body of the country? Letter A, bipartisanism. Letter B, co-legislative power. Letter C, unicameralism. And letter D, bicameralism. Ano po ang sagot po natin dyan sa atin pong number 12? Okay, number 12 na po tayo. Alright, ito na, sagot ni Mario Figuracion Manlangit. Sagot niya, letter D, bicameralism. Okay, how about yung iba? Ano sagot nyo dito? Alright, sa ating mga bagong viewers po dito, welcome po kayong lahat. And of course po, kung hindi pa po kayo nakapag-follow sa ating Facebook page, iniimbitahan ko po kayong lahat na i-follow po ang ating Facebook page para po lagi kayong updated. And of course, manotify kayo kapag nagla-live tayo ulit. And meron na po tayong YouTube channel sa ngayon. Alright, subscribe din po. Andyan na po yung YouTube channel po natin. Yung link po, andyan po sa ating caption. Yan, basahin niyo lang po yung caption natin. Andyan yung YouTube channel link po natin. Okay? Yung ano po natin, yung live po natin ngayon is i-upload po natin ito sa ating YouTube channel pag aabot na po tayo ng 2,000 subscribers. Since request nyo ito, so yun ding deal ko sa inyo na mag-subscribe kayo. Okay? Sagot po natin dito sa ating number 12 is bicameralism po, since we are talking about into 2 major bodies. Divided into 2 major bodies. Sagot po natin dyan sa number 12 is bicameralism po. Okay? Proceed na po tayo sa number 13. Which type of government is characterized by a union of partially self-governing states of region united by a central government? Again, self-governing states or region. Again, keyword natin, self-governing states or region. Okay? Letter A, federalism. Letter B, socialism. Letter C, democracy. Letter D, totalitarianism. Saan po dyan? Ang sagot po natin dyan sa atin pong number 13. Okay? Number 13 na po tayo. Okay, may nagsagot ng letter C, democracy daw. Again ha, yung keyword na to, natin dito is self-governing states or region. Yan. Okay, sa mga bagong viewers po natin dito na hindi pa nakapag-invite sa kanilang mga kakilala at sa inyong mga kaibigan po, I encourage you and to please invite your friends, your classmates to join with us tonight by mentioning their names to our online live para po makapanood po sila sa atin at makapag-join sila sa atin dito pong online review. Okay, this is for preparing for this coming March and September 2021 licensure examination. Okay, proceed tayo. Ang sagot po natin dito, since our keyword is self-governing states or region, yan po, ito po ang binabalita na po ito ngayon as of now po. Meron na pong mga dito, yung mga congress po natin ay nag-aano na po dito, yung tinatawag nilang chacha or charter change, kasi yung purpose nila is, yung goal nila is gawin tayong federalism. Okay, keyword po natin dyan, sagot po natin dyan is federalism. When we say self-governing states or region, ang tawag po doon is federalism po. Again, federalism ang sagot natin dyan. Okay, proceed tayo sa number 14. In England, Queen Elizabeth acts as a head of state. This country also has a parliament and a prime minister. Which among the following best describe the form of government in this country? Ano ba ang meron sa England? Ayan. Letter A, absolute monarchy. Letter B, constitutional monarchy. And letter C, we have oligarchy. And letter D, we have aristocracy. Saan po dyan ang tamang sagot? We have Sir Stone. Sagot niya, letter B, constitutional monarchy. Sagot ni Ani Batiaw. Sagot niya, constitutional monarchy. Letter B, we have Mel M. Rosana G. Ortiga. Letter B yung sagot niya. Okay, yung iba natin dito medyo magaling na sa ating questions po. Siguro familiar na nila ito. Yung iba dito may knowledge na. O yan, halos lahat nakakuha ng tamang sagot. Okay, sagot po natin dito is constitutional monarchy. Again, Queen Elizabeth acts as a head of state. Ang tanong lang po is kung ano po ang form of government sa England po. Ang form of government sa England is constitutional monarchy. Again, constitutional monarchy. Okay, proceed po tayo sa ating number 15. In which form of government are all citizens treated as equal on certain dimensions such as religion, politics, economics, and social status and culture? Okay, may mnemonics po tayo dito. Yan po. Kaway-kaway naman po dyan sa mga nakaalala at naka-remember po sa ating mnemonics dito. Yung keyword po natin, form of government, are all citizens treated as equals. Letter A, totalitarianism. Letter B, democracy. Letter C, socialism. And letter D, egalitarianism. Okay, ang daming nagsagot ng letter B. Alright, sagot ni Rosani D. Cayapas, letter D. Sagot ni Sir Stone, letter B. My God, Sir Stone. What happened to you, Sir Stone? Maria Tricia Yanok, sagot niya letter C, socialism. Again, tapos na po ito sa ating sa ating online live review, set number 1 ata or set number 2. Hala, ang daming walang alam pala dito Again, yung po natin dito, yung keyword natin, all citizen treated as equal. Again, all citizens treated as equal. Okay? Yan, nagbagong isip ni Sir Stone. Sagot niya, di pala. Okay? Okay, bawal po dalawa yung sagot sa sa LED. Pero pwede nyo i-change, pwede kayong mag-erase. I-erase nyo po yung answer sheet nyo po. Okay, bawal pong dumihan yung answer sheet po ninyo. Then kapag nag-change kayo ng sagot, make it sure po na maayos yung pagkabura nyo, pagka-erase. Okay. Okay, sagot natin dito is egalitarianism. Okay? All citizens treated as equal. Keyword po natin dito, equal. Yan po, tandaan, equal, egal. Yan, equal, egal. Okay, magkasing tunog sila. Equal, egal, tandaan. Kapag all citizens treated as equal is egalitarianism. Again, yung mnemonics po natin dito, egal. Again, mnemonics natin dito, egal, and we have equal. Again, equal, egal. Equal, egal. Again, equal, egal. Yan po yung mnemonics po natin dito. Alright, thumbs up. Reaction po kayo ng thumbs up kung nag-gets nyo po yung mnemonics po natin dito. Yung mnemonics po natin dito is egal, equal. Egal, equal. Okay? Thumbs up. Okay? Thumbs up kung nag-gets nyo yung natin dito. Okay, ayan na. May nag-thumbs up na. Okay, kaway-kaway sa mga dito, mga nakapanood na sa ating set number 1. Bukas dito sa ating set number 1. Okay, ito na, number 60 na po tayo. What human right is violated when one opens a letter without permission from the address? Okay? Ano po daw ang nabayulit po when someone is open the letter without the permission of the addressee? Okay, letter A, right to privacy, communication, and correspondence. Letter B, right to read the letter. Letter C, right to open the envelope without permission. And letter D, right to private affairs. Okay, ano po ang sagot po natin dyan sa atin pong number 16? Okay, may nagsagot na, number 16. Anong sagot natin dyan? May nagsagot, right to privacy of communication and correspondence. Alright. Ano sagot nyo dito? Number 16 na po tayo. Alright. Okay, sagot po natin dito is letter A po. Right to privacy of communication and correspondence. Yan po yung nabayulit po nung tao po kapag inopen nyo po yung letter po na wala pong pahintulot sa magmamay-ari. Okay? Ang nabayulit po is right to privacy of communication and correspondence. Proceed tayo number 17. When an individual is imprisoned without proper investigation, what right is violated? Yan po yung keyword po natin. Imprison without proper investigation. Ano po ang nabayulit dyan? Letter A, right to due process of law. Letter B, right to secure person. Letter C, right to process paper. And letter D, right to protection. Saan po dyan yung sagot po natin sa number 17? Okay, number 17 na po tayo. Anong sagot niyo dyan? May nagsagot, Mario Figuracion Manlangit. Sagot niya, a right to due process of law. Okay. How about ang iba? Anong sagot niyo dito? Alright, yung sagot po natin dito is letter A po. Right to due process when someone is imprisoned without due process investigation. Yung nabayulit po dyan is right to due process of law. Again, right to due process of law. And of course, sa ating mga bagong viewers po dito sa ating online live, welcome na welcome po kayong lahat. And of course, inimbitahan ko po kayo na i-like po at i-follow po ang ating Facebook page para po lagi kayong ma-notify. And of course, lagi po kayong updated sa atin pong ipopost ng mga reviewer po dito at may mga tips din po tayong ibinibigay po dito. And of course po, meron na po tayong YouTube channel. Sa mga hindi pa nakapag-subscribe dyan, mag-subscribe na kayo para mai-upload na po natin yung ating online live po doon na-record po para po makapag-review kayo doon sa ating YouTube channel. Okay? Since request nyo po yung YouTube channel natin, so of course, kailangan yung mag-subscribe dahil para saan naman po yung YouTube channel natin kung wala pong subscriber. Okay? Kayo po ang nag-request, kayo din po ang mag-subscribe. Invite nyo yung mga kaibigan nyo na mag-subscribe sa ating YouTube channel. Okay, number 18 na po tayo. Number 18, what law was passed by Philippine Congress in 1995 which affirms the total integration of persons with disabilities into the mainstream of society? Again, yan po yung keyword natin dyan, law, at syempre merong total integration of persons with disabilities into the mainstream of society. Again, letter A, Republic Act number 27277. Letter B, Republic Act number 774. And letter C, Republic Act number 7782. And letter D, Republic Act number 776. Alright, ano po ang sagot po natin dyan sa ating number 18? Okay. You are number 18. Ano sagot natin dyan? Okay, yung link po natin, Benedict, yung link po natin sa ating YouTube channels, andyan po sa ating caption po. Sa ibaba po, basahin nyo po yung caption natin dyan. Andyan po yung link. May nag-comment na din dito. Nilagay yung sa comment yung ano natin, yung link po natin sa ating YouTube channel. Okay, anong sagot po dito? Halo-halong sagot. May nagsagot ng letter A, may C, may B. Okay, may letter C na naman. Okay, sagot po natin dito is 7,277, Republic Act number 7277. Okay, when we say law na napasa sa Philippine Congress sa 1995, which is talking about total integration of persons with disabilities into the mainstream of society, ang sagot po natin dyan is 7,277 or Republic Act number 27277. Alright, proceed na po tayo sa ating number 19. Which is the best definition of inclusive education endorsed by DepEd? Again, which is the best definition of inclusive education endorsed by DepEd? Keyword natin dyan, inclusive education endorsed by DepEd. Letter A, it is flexible and individualized support system for children and youth with special education. Letter B, it is mandated to include all children and youth in community activities. Letter C, it is a system support children and youth in exclusive education. Letter D, we have it is a special support for children and youth who cannot attend school. Okay, sagot po natin dyan sa number 19. Alright, welcome again. Hintayin po natin yung iba nating mga viewers na makasali. Again, yan. Welcome back. Okay. Okay, hintayin natin muna yung iba nating kasamahan. Okay. Ang lakas na ng ulan, no? Narinig nyo ba yung ulan? Ang lakas-lakas talaga ng ulan dito. Okay? Yan. Alright, invite your friends again to join with us tonight to our online live. Sa mga baka may mga friends pa kayo dyan na hindi pa natutulog. Okay? Okay, welcome again. Hintayin po natin yung ibang viewers natin. Sayang naman, okay? Baka babalik sila, sayang. Okay. Let's give them mga 5 minutes po para maghintay. Mga 5 minutes, hintayin natin sila para makabalik. Okay, sa mga bagong viewers natin dito, kahit mga old viewers or new viewers po, sa mga hindi pa po nakapag-subscribe sa ating YouTube channel, mag-subscribe na po kayo dahil po yung live po natin kanina at yung live po natin ngayon is i-upload po natin yon sa ating YouTube channel pag-aabot na po tayo ng 2,000 subscriber po. Alright. Again ha, yung live natin dito is this is for free. Okay? Sana naman sana naman na-appreciate niyo yung effort ko dito. Yung PowerPoint po natin dito is hindi ko po hiningi ito sa iba. Hindi po galing ito sa iba. Ako po talaga ang nag-compile nito. 1 year ko po ito pinaghirapan. Nag-encode ako. Hinanap ko yung mga from 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020. Hinahanap ko yung mga exam na mga lumalabas talaga sa LET exam during that time. Okay? 2017, 2018, 2019, yung mga lumalabas sa exam is hinahanap ko talaga para makompile ko. And of course, naghanap ako ng mga reviewer na may compile ko. Ako po talaga ang nag-encode nito kasi nga po second year college pa lang po ako is nagsimula na po ako nag-review para pagdating po sa board exam is para hindi po ako masyadong mahirapan. At mas siguro din po kasi nga po is bala ko talagang mag cum laude. Gusto kong mag cum laude. Again? Okay, nangarap akong mag cum laude noon. Okay? During my college days, nangarap akong gusto ko na graduate ako bilang isang cum laude. Pero nabigo ako sa aking pangarap na maging cum laude. Kasi nga sa school namin is kapag may grades ka nga na 77 or 3 na grado, yun, hindi na ako qualified. Kahit yung average ko po is halimbawa po, graduate ako, average ko is good for cum laude, pero may isang subject ako na mababa yung grado ko, mababa yung grades ko. So yun ang dahilan kaya hindi ako naging cum laude. Okay? So during my first year pa ako, nabigo na ako eh. Kaya first year is bigo na ako sa aking pangarap na gusto kong graduate bilang cum laude. So yun, nag-aim na lang ako ng goal na bigo man ako sa aking pagiging cum laude during college, okay? Mag-aral na lang ako ng mga LET reviewer kasi babawi na lang ako sa board exam. Gusto kong mag-top sa board exam. Actually yung goal ko sa board exam is top 7 lang naman nationwide. Okay? Top 7 lang yung goal ko. Kaya nga, second year college ako, nagsimula na akong nag-review. Hanggang graduate ako, nag-review na talaga ako. Nagsimula na akong nag-review. Naglalaan talaga na akong oras na magbasa, mag-study. Kasi nga, gusto kong maging top. Kasi nga, graduate ako na hindi cum laude. Kaya gusto kong mag-top. So, yun. Nag-aral ako. Ang nangyari kasi during exam is napakahirap ng Prof Ed talaga. Ang hirap talaga ng Prof Ed. Ang hirap po ng major po namin, Social Studies. Kaya yun, siguro, pasasalamat ko na lang rin sa Diyos kasi nga, hindi man ako nag-top. At least isa ako sa mga maswerteng nakapasa. Kasi nga, take 1 lang ako. Kasamantala yung iba. Meron ako mga kakilala na take 50 na, take 7, yung iba is take 6 na, take 7, take 8, take 9. Meron nga akong kakilala is take 50 na, hindi pa rin nakapasa. Okay? Tumatanda na siya. Patanda na. Laging every year nag-i-exam. Ngayon tumatanda na, hindi pa rin nakapasa sa board exam. Okay? Take 50 na sila. Yung iba is more than take 50 na, take 20. Pero napakaswerte kasi take 1 lang pumasa ka agad. Kasi nga yung effort mo, kasi nga, yun nga sabi ko, maraming nangangarap. Marami talaga nangangarap na maging LPT. Pero yung problema lang is, ang tanong lang po is, maraming nangangarap. Pero iilan lang ba yung nagsusumikap? Okay? Nagsasakripisyo. Gusto lang natin is, gusto nating maging LPT. Pero, ang tanong, yung ginagawa mo ba araw-araw? Yun bang mga action mo, yun bang mga ginawa mo araw-araw is naka-coincide ba, naka-align ba, or naka-tune in ba sa iyong goal na magiging LPT? Yun lang ang tanong eh. Okay? Nangarap kang maging LPT. Tanungin mo sarili mo, yung ginagawa ko ba, yung mga action ko ba, yung mga is naka-align ba, naka-tune in ba sa pangarap ko? Yun naman talaga eh. Di ba kapag nakikinig ka ng radyo, halimbawa lang to, illustration lang. Halimbawa, okay, kapag
ano ba ibig sabihin nun? Kapag gusto mong kana makinig ng radyo, 'di ba meron na yung frequency na susundin mo? Halimbawa, 88.5. Again, illustration lang 'to ha. Halimbawa, gusto mong manood ng gusto mong makinig ng radyo, 88.5 FM. 'Di ba kapag hindi tama yung nilagay mong number is hindi mo makukuha yung malinaw na kuha ng radyo. Ganon din ang LED. Kapag hindi mo na nakuha yung hindi mo talaga makukuha. Yan, okay? Okay, sa mga retakers natin dyan, laban lang kayong lahat. Hindi po ibig sabihin na failed kayo nung una is forever na lang kayong magiging failed. Hindi po ganun yon, okay? Konting sikap lang po, konting aral. And of course, ipagpatuloy yung pag-aaral para po, of course, dasal talaga, okay? Alright, proceed po tayo. Since we are na-recovered na natin yung viewers natin kanina. We have 100 viewers kanina, pero ngayon we have 90. Okay na to. Okay, number 88, number 89 na tayo. Proceed tayo. Okay, hindi ako hindi ako galit sa inyo ha. Nangangaral lang ako. Yun naman talaga yung totoo eh. Ang daming nangangarap pero ilan lang yung nagsusumikap. Gusto nilang maging LPT. Kaya lang ang problema, ayaw nilang mag-aral, ayaw nilang magsakripisyo, ayaw nilang mag-effort kasi nga stress. Nakakapagod mag-aral. Totoo talaga yon, nakakapagod mag-aral. Kapag wala ka talagang power, wala kang determination at motivation na mag-aral, hindi mo talaga magagawa. Kasi ang pag-aaral is napaka-stress. Inaantok ka talaga dito. Okay? Okay, proceed tayo. Number 89. When one company controls the supply of sugar, which term applies? Again, when one company controls the supply of sugar, which term applies? Letter A, monopoly. Letter B, inflation. Letter C, economic stability. And letter D, equilibrium. Okay? Kindly comment down your answer now. Alright, sagot ni Joben Moralde, sagot niya letter A. Marcel Igam Ripi, sagot niya letter A. Josel Mendoza, Disimi Bahaw, Charm, and we have Christian, and we have Gisame. Rhea Ibanez, sagot niya letter A. We have Jennifer, letter A. Marnele Serrano, letter B. Florence Miano Bacoy, Billy Matan, Serge Tawataw, sagot niya letter A. Okay, I'm back, charot. Okay? Sagot po natin dito number 89, yung keyword lang po natin is one company controls the supply of sugar. Okay? Okay, monopoly po ang sagot po natin dyan sa atin pong ang sagot po natin dyan sa number 89 is monopoly po. Okay? Kasi nga, one company controls the supply of sugar. Okay? Halimbawa po sa inyong lugar, sa inyong lungsod or barangay, kapag merong isang tao na nagkokontrol sa mga supply, nagkokontrol sa mga paninda or sa lahat-lahat po ng pangangailangan ng tao, yan po, monopoly po ang tawag doon. Ito nga po, one company controls the supply of sugar. Ang tawag po doon is monopoly. Alright? Proceed tayo, number 90. Okay, this number 90, question number 90 is related to economics po ito. Okay, ito na. Tomatoes are off season and so price for tomatoes is up. Which law, principle in economics explain it? Letter A, substitution effect. Letter B, law of cause and effect. And letter D, principle of marginal utility. And letter D, law of supply and demand. Okay, ano pong sagot po natin dito sa atin pong number 90? Alright, number 90 na po tayo. Actually, mga major social studies, again, mga BS Ed, major social studies, and unit earner social studies or social science. Ang pinakamaraming lumabas po sa major exam po, sa majoring is economics po at research. Again, mga unit earner and BS8 social studies dyan, major, social science. Tandaan nyo po na maraming lumalabas sa economics at research po talaga, okay? Mag-study kayo, kayo dito, mag-study in advance kayo dito about economics. Alright, ano na po ang sagot nyo dito? I think delay ata yung comment natin. Alright, ayan na. Sagot nila letter D. Okay. Sagot natin dito is law of supply and demand. Ito, tomatoes are off season and so price for tomatoes is up. Yan. Okay, sagot natin dito is letter D, law of supply and demand. Okay, proceed na po tayo sa atin pong number 91, which explains GNP. Again, lumabas ito sa board exam sa ating major, itong number 91, which explains GNP. Board exam, September 2019, major in Social Studies, lumabas ito sa exam po. Pero, meron din ito related sa General Education, pero hindi ito lumabas. Okay? Ano po sagot nyo dito? Alright, number 91 na po tayo. Ano pong sagot nyo po dito? Number 91. Which explains GNP po. Okay, ang sagot po natin dyan is letter A po. The total value pieces of goods and services produced during the year. Again, number 91, which explains GNP. Ang sagot po, the total value in pesos of goods and services produced during the year. Okay, proceed tayo. Number 92. Alright, 92 na po tayo. How can a comprehensive agrarian reform brings about social equity, economic prosperity in the country? Okay, ang taas nito. Bigay ko na lang yung sagot dito. Okay, sagot po natin dyan is number 2, number 3, at saka number 4. Okay? Tandaan, kapag nakabasa kayo ng questions na ganito, huwag kayong mag-alala ha sa 1, 2, 3, and 4. Pagdating po sa board exam, kapag lumabas to sa board exam, hindi pa rin po ma-change po yung sequence po nito. Kapag by distributing the agricultural is 1 talaga yan pagdating sa board exam. Okay? Ito sagot po natin, letter A po tayo. We have 2, 3, and 4. By transferring the ownership of land farmers, yan po ang ating sa CARP, Comprehension Agrarian Reform. And we have number 3, by helping the affected landowners land compensation in viable business activities and by providing support service for farmers beneficiaries. Okay? Sagot natin sa ating number 92 is letter A po. Ang hindi po kasali is yung number 1 po. Alright, welcome po sa ating mga bagong viewers dito ha. Kung bagong viewers ka dito sa ating Facebook page, I am invited you to please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Pre-Reviewer for Social Studies. May link po tayo sa ating diyan. Hindi nakalagay yung link natin dito pala. Okay, punta na lang po kayo sa Facebook page po natin, paki-follow po. May link po tayo sa ating Facebook page na nakalagay. Paki-subscribe po sa ating YouTube channel kasi nga po yung online live natin dito is i-upload po natin ito sa atin pong YouTube channel po para po pag gusto nyong mag-review is makapag-review kayo. Alright? Okay, proceed po tayo sa ating number 93. Okay, ito. While in the capitalist system, to the strongest goes to the spoil, what happens in the cooperative system? Again, while in the capitalist system, to the strongest goes to the spoil, what happens in the cooperative system? Okay? Letter A po. All benefits shared to the members, proportion to the shared capitals. Letter B, goods undistributed among the members but benefiting mostly the policy-making body. And letter C, goods are distributed among the members. And letter D, goods are distributed among the members but elected and appointed officials get more to compensate their service. Okay, ano po sagot natin dito? Okay, number 93, may nagsagot ng letter D, may nagsagot ng letter A. Okay, bilisan natin to kasi nga time check is 10:27 PM na po. Okay? While the capitalist system to the strongest goes to the spoil, what happened in the cooperative system? Okay, ang hirap ipaliwanag kasi nga medyo logic, okay? Tandaan nyo lang po kapag nakabasa kayo ng to the strongest goes to the spoil, sagot po natin dyan is letter C po. Goods are distributed among the members, okay? Again, hindi po kailangan sa board exam na lahat po ng tanong, lahat po ng questions, lahat po ng choices po natin ay ating maiintindihan. Minsan po is kailangan pa lalong-lalo na kapag hindi natin intindihan, wag na po nating, okay, gawing mahirap po. Ang gawin lang po natin is tandaan lang po natin yung keyword at saka, siyempre, tandaan natin kung ano yung sagot. Okay? Be familiar po sa ating keyword at sa ating mga sagot po dito. Kasi nga po, yung keyword po, sila po yung magdadala sa atin para po matunto natin at makita natin yung tamang sagot. Again, sa board exam, hindi kailangan naintindihan mo yung tanong, hindi kailangan naintindihan mo yung choices. Minsan, kailangan nating magsakripisyo, kailangan lang nating i-memorize kasi nga po, hindi ka naman magdi-demo, hindi naman po hindi naman po i-discuss yung ano, hindi rin po kayo tatayuin ng proctor para ipaliwanag kung ano yung number 93. Okay? Ang gawin nyo lang po is piliin nyo lang yung tamang sagot. Okay? Tandaan nyo po na hindi po lahat ng sa exam is kailangan naintindihan mo. Okay? Gaya nga po ng sinabi ko yung mnemonics po natin. Pwede gawin natin yung kalukuhan yung board exam. Pwede nating tawanan. Pwede nating lagyan ng mga kabaliwan ng mga portion. Gaya lang, the great dissenter. Sino ba yon? Descente recto. Alright? We have mnemonics, again mnemonics, early bata, mga ganon. O yan, descente recto. Okay? Yan, okay? Tandaan lang po natin yung keyword natin dito. To the strongest goes to the spoil. Letter C po yung sagot. Goods are distributed among members. Yan po ang talaga ang sikreto. Okay? Alright, ganun lang. Huwag na natin pahirapan ang ating sarili. Okay, proceed tayo sa ating number 94. The comprehensive agrarian reform and cooperative are meant to, letter A, eradicate poverty in the country. Letter B, bridge the gap between the rich and the poor. Letter C, to make all citizens equal. And letter D, improve on the country's literacy. Ano po ang tamang sagot natin dito sa atin pong number 94? Alright, delay yung comment natin. Ano sagot nyo dito? Number 94 po. Comprehensive agrarian reform po ang pinag-usapan dito. Yan, may nagsagot na. 94, letter B. May nagsagot ng letter C. Okay? Sagot po natin dito sa atin pong the comprehensive agrarian reform and cooperatives are meant to bridge the gap between the rich and the poor. Again, sagot natin dito is letter B po ang sagot. Sa atin pong number 94, comprehensive agrarian reform and cooperative are meant to bridge the gap between the rich and the poor. Yan po ang sagot natin sa ating number 94. Okay? Proceed na po tayo sa ating number 95. Alright, number 95 na po tayo. When parents decide to send their children to private school and pay their tuition fee instead of sending them to public school, they don't get their share in the benefit derived from the taxes they pay. This is a case of blank. Letter A, social injustice. Letter B, double jeopardy. Letter C, double taxation. And letter D, social inequity. Okay? Ano po ba ang nangyayari? Yung parents po ng isang bata is pinagpaaral niya po yung kanyang anak sa private school and pay their tuition. Na instead daw, meron naman pong instead of sending the public school, they don't get their share in the benefit derived from the taxes they pay. This is a case of what po? Anong sagot po natin dito? Number 95 po. Again, ano yung number 95 natin? Lumabas ito sa board exam last March 2019. Again, yung number 95 natin, lumabas ito sa board exam last March 2019 po. Okay? Last March 2019 lumabas ito sa exam. Siguro sa mga dito, nag-exam last March 2019 is familiar sa kanila tong questions na to. Okay? Ano po sagot nyo dito? Alright, may nagsagot ng letter D, may nagsagot ng letter A. Halo-halo yung sagot. Okay? Sagot po natin dito is double taxation po. Okay? Again, double taxation ang sagot natin dito. Private school and pay their tuition instead of sending them to public. Okay? Double taxation po ang nangyayari dito kasi nga po yung anak niya is pinapaaral niya sa isang private school na instead meron naman po tayong public school. Again, okay, yan po, double taxation. When we talk about, the question is talking about private school, yung parents nag-decide sa private school and sending them to the public school instead of sending the public school, ang sagot po natin dyan is double taxation. Okay, number 95, sagot natin dyan is double taxation. Okay, proceed po tayo sa ating number 96. Okay, ito. Which one correctly applies to Philippine foreign trade? Okay? Which one correctly applies to Philippine foreign trade? Okay? Letter A. Philippine expenditure, exports, and earning from imports fluctuate. Letter B. The Philippines spends less imports than it earns from export. Letter C. The Philippine expenditure on imports is balanced with its earning from exports. And letter D, the Philippines spends more on imports than earn from export. Saan po ba ang tama sa ating Philippine foreign trade? Okay, ano pong sagot nyo dito? Okay, number 96 na po tayo ha. Okay, delete yung comment ninyo. Siguro mahina yung signal. Okay. Okay, sagot po natin dito is letter D po. Okay? Ito. The Philippines spends more on imports than it earns from exports. Okay? Yan po ang sagot po natin. Again, sagot number 96. The Philippines spends more on imports than it exports. Okay? Yan po ang nangyayari, okay? Mas marami po ang imports sa ating Pilipinas kaysa exports po. Again, yan po ang sagot natin sa ating number 96 po. Okay? Number 96, delay yung comment natin. Okay, number 96 ha, delay yung sagot natin dyan. Alright. Okay, proceed po tayo sa atin pong number 97. Ito. The ultimate objective of the comprehensive agrarian reform is to blank. Letter A. Ensure the cultivation of all idle lands. Letter B. Abolish share tenancy in favor of lease tenancy. And letter C. Distribute arable lands to landless. And letter D. Establish owner cultivate farms. Okay? Ano po daw ang objective, ultimate objective po ng atin pong comprehensive agrarian reform? Alright, ano pong sagot nyo dito? Number 97 na po tayo. Alright, very delay talaga yung comment, no? Okay, ang daming nagsagot ng letter C. We have Charm, Giselle Mendoza, Annie Batiao, and Marcel E. Gamripe. Okay, sagot natin dyan is letter C po. Yung ultimate objective po ng ating comprehensive agrarian reform or tinatawag natin itong CARP is distribute arable lands to landless. Okay? Yan po ang sagot natin sa atin pong number 97. Alright, proceed po tayo sa ating number 98. What is true of progressive system of taxation? Again, what is true of progressive system of taxation? Letter A. The rate of tax increases as the income tax base or income bracket increases. That letter B. The tax is equal regardless of class and place. And we have letter C. The rate of tax decreases as the income tax base increases. And letter D, the rate of tax increases as the income tax decreases. Saan po dyan ang tinatawag po nating progressive system of taxation? Okay, comment down your answer now. Alright, may nagsagot ng letter A. We have Ma'am Paz Elise, sagot niya letter C. Again ha, progressive. Municipal-progressive system of taxation. Iba yun ha. Progressive, from the word progressive. Okay, saan po dyan ang may progressive? Alright, sagot po natin dyan is letter A po. Bakit po? Kasi nga po, progressive system of taxation. Ibig sabihin, the rate of tax increases as the income tax base or income bracket increases. Ibig sabihin, na kapag tumataas yung tax, tumataas din yung income. Mali ha? Yan. Progressive system of taxation is letter A po. Kasi nga po, the tax increases as the income tax base increases. Okay? Kapag nagtaas yung tax, nagtaas din yung income. Okay? Yan po ang natawag nating progressive system of taxation. Alright? Proceed na po tayo sa ating number 99. Ito ha. Lumabas ito sa exam. Okay? Again, lumabas ito sa exam. Okay? I think that was on last September 2018. Okay. If I'm not mistaken, if I'm not forgotten, lumabas ito sa exam last September 2018. Ito. I rent out for 10,000 per month my only building and lot to the Jesus is Lord group, uses it exclusively for religious purposes. I am exempt from payments of letter A, property tax, letter B, professional tax, and letter C, income tax, and letter D, community tax. Alright? Comment down your answer now. Okay, number 99 na po tayo. Ano pong sagot natin dyan? Okay, ang daming nagsagot ng letter A. We have Giselle Mendoza, Jennifer Bakyal Comia, Florence Miano Bacoy, and we have Christian Lloyd R. Canyas. Okay? Ang sagot po natin dito is property tax. Ayan po, given na po. Meron po tayong keyword, building and lot. Again, importante po sa board exam na dapat alamin talaga natin yung keyword at kung ano yung hinahanap sa tanong. Again, keyword lang po talaga ang labanan sa board exam. Keyword at mnemonics. Okay? Again, keyword and mnemonics ang labanan sa board exam. Hindi kailangan po na lahat ng tanong ay naintindihan mo, lahat ng choices ay naintindihan mo. Ang importante lang po, kahit hindi mo naintindihan yung tanong, hindi mo naintindihan yung choices, ang importante lang po is alam mo yung tamang sagot at ma-shade mo yung tamang sagot sa iyong answer sheet. Okay? Pag nangyari yon, ikaw ay papasa. Okay? Proceed tayo sa ating number 100. Ito, number 100. You are a member of a cooperative which operate taxis, tricycles, buses. Of which type of cooperative are you a member? Okay? Yung cooperative po natin dyan, keyword is taxes, tricycle, and buses. Letter A, service cooperative. Letter B, multi-purpose cooperative. And letter C, marketing cooperative. And letter D, producers cooperative. Saan po dyan ang tamang sagot sa atin pong number 100? Comment your answer now as well as the number of items. Alright, ano po sagot nyo dyan? May nagsagot ng letter A. Okay, keyword natin ha, tandaan, taxes, tricycle, and buses. Alright, sagot po natin dyan is letter E po, service cooperative. Ayan o, given na po, taxes, tricycles, and buses. Again, yung answer po natin dyan is service cooperative. Okay, proceed po tayo sa ating number 101. Ito. You have a property worth of 500,000. The tax is 1%. He pays 5,000. If his property is worth of 1 million, he pays 10,000. Which does this illustrate? Letter A, progressive taxation. Letter B, uniformity in taxation. Letter C, equity in taxation. And letter D, equality in taxation. Saan po dyan ang tamang sagot sa atin pong number 101? Okay, 101. Again ha, kanina is progressive taxation yon. Yung nagtaas yung tax, nagtaas din yung income. Ngayon po, ang tinatanong is ano po daw ang tawag nito. Okay? May nagsagot ng letter B, may nagsagot ng letter D. Alright, halo-halo yung sagot natin. May nagsagot ng uniformity of taxation, may nagsagot ng equality in taxation. Okay, para po sa kaalaman ng lahat, sa mga nagsasagot ng letter D dyan, ang sagot po natin dito is letter B po. Uniformity in taxation. Yan po ang tamang sagot po sa ating number 101. Okay? Okay, proceed tayo sa atin pong number 102. Which is an unlawful act escaping from payment of taxes? Letter A, evasion. Letter B, avoidance. And letter C, exemption. And letter D, shipping. Again, which is an unlawful act of escaping from payment of taxation? Again, yung keyword natin dyan is unlawful act. Okay? Anong sagot natin dyan? Alright, sagot ni Florence Miano Bacoy. Sagot niya, letter A, evasion. Alright, sagot po natin sa ating number 102 is evasion po. Yan po ang sagot po natin, which is unlawful act of escaping from payment of taxes. Again, escaping of taxes, unlawful act po. Ang sagot po natin dyan is evasion po. Okay, number 102, yan ang sagot po natin. Tax evasion. Okay, proceed tayo sa ating number 103. Which is required of cooperative members for the cooperation of their cooperative. Again, which is required of cooperative members for the operation of their cooperative. Saan po dyan ang tamang sagot po natin? Sa atin pong cooperative members. Okay? Comment down your answer now. Okay, bilis-bilisan natin para matapos natin ito hanggang number 120 ata. Time check is 10:46 na po, gabi na. We have Jaja de la Rama, sagot niya letter A, share capital. Romel Sagadsad, sagot niya letter A, share capital. Okay, sagot natin dyan. Ang required po para po maging miyembro ka ng isang cooperative is share capital po. Again, required of cooperative members is share capital. Proceed tayo sa ating number 104. Ito, number 104, ang daming nagkakamali dito. The primary purpose of taxation is to blank. Okay? Keyword natin dyan, primary purpose of taxation. Letter A, raise revenue for the support of government. Letter B, reduce inequalities in wealth and incomes. Letter C, fortify the government against invaders. And letter D, make the country a leading industrialist country in the world. Saan po dyan ang tamang sagot po sa ating number 104? Okay? Anong sagot nyo sa ating number 104? Alright. Sagot po natin dito sa ating number 104 po is letter A po. revenue for support of government. Yan po ang primary purpose kung bakit po meron tayong taxation. Kasi nga po, that is to raise revenue for the support of government. Okay? Our government cannot stand alone without the taxation po. Okay? Alright. Proceed tayo sa ating number 105. Ito. Which is essential for the comprehensive agrarian reform to truly succeed. Again, keyword natin dito, comprehensive agrarian reform. Number 1, granting the beneficiaries the right to sell the piece of land awarded to them. Number 2, change of heart to the landlords and lawmakers. Number 3, education of the beneficiaries. Okay? Ano po ang sagot natin dyan sa ating number 105? Alright, comment down your answer now. Bilis-bilisan nyo naman dyan, konti, para po makapag-proceed tayo on the next number. Yan. We have Lovely Chin, sagot niya, 105, letter D. Alright, ano pong sagot ng iba? Okay, sagot po natin dito is hindi po letter D. Ang sagot po natin dito is letter A po. Change of the heart of the landlords and lawmakers. Number 3, education of the beneficiaries. Okay? Okay, huwag kayong mag-alala dito ha. Hindi naman to hindi to naka-highlight sa board exam. Hindi masyado tong lumabas sa board exam. Okay, sagot natin dito is 2 and 3. Tandaan. Sagot natin 2 and 3. Letter A po ang sagot natin dito. Okay, proceed po tayo sa atin pong number 106 po. Kanina ang yung question natin is which are essential. Ito naman yung number 106 natin is which are true of cooperatives and the comprehensive agrarian reform. Number 1, intended to eliminate poverty in Philippine society. Number 2, meant to alleviate poverty. And number 3 po natin are programs of empowerment. Again, yan po ang sagot natin sa ating number 106 po. Okay? Which is are true of cooperatives and the comprehensive agrarian reform. Yan po ang sagot natin sa ating pong number 100. Ang tanong po sa ating number 106. Okay? Okay, para saan po daw? Ano pong tama po sa ating cooperatives and comprehensive agrarian reform. Okay? May nagsagot ng letter A. May 2 and 3 daw. How about yung iba? Anong sagot nyo dito? Alright, number 106 po. Sagot po natin dito is 2 and 3 po. Meant to alleviate poverty. And number 3 are programs for empowerment. Yan po ang sagot po natin sa ating number 106 po. Okay, number 107 na po tayo. Which assumption underlies the comprehensive agrarian reform? Again, which assumption underlies the comprehensive agrarian reform? Okay? Yung topic talaga natin dito is agrarian reform na naman. Okay? Now, letter A. People are more productive if they own what they cultivate. Letter B. Our country has very few landed people and very many landlines. Letter C. The wealth of the country is concentrated in the lands of a few. And letter D. There is so much poverty in the country because of overpopulation. Ano po ang assumption po ng atin pong comprehensive agrarian reform? Okay, anong sagot natin dito? Alright, ito lumabas to sa board exam pala. I think that was on March 2019, yung 107 natin. Alright, take note po. Lumabas ito sa board exam. Okay. Okay, 107. May nagsagot ng letter C. Hala. Ang daming nagsagot ng letter C. Bakit? Okay ha, sagot natin dito sa ating number 107 is letter A po. People are more productive FD on what they cultivate. Yan po yung assumption po ng Comprehensive Agrarian Reform. Kaya po nangyari yung Comprehensive Agrarian Reform to distribute a land to the landless people kasi nga mas productive yung tao if they cultivate okay, yan po. They are more productive if they on what they cultivate. Yan po ang sagot po natin sa atin pong number 107. Okay? Time check, 10:53. Siguro hanggang number 110 lang po tayo ngayon. Alright? And we will continue this tomorrow. Okay, number 108 na po tayo. What does capital in economics refer to? Again, what does capital in economics refer to? Letter A, investment and loss computed. Letter B, outcome of business transaction. Letter C, money machines invested to transact business. And letter D, profit and labor spent for the business. Again, we are talking here about the capital, okay? Ano po daw ang ibig sabihin ng capital? Again, comment your answer now. Okay, we have Serge Tawataw. Sagot niya, letter C. How about yung iba? We have Disime Bahaw. Sagot niya, letter B. Edward Losada Lacerna. Sagot niya, letter C. Alright, how about yung iba? Ano sagot nyo dito? Okay ha, hindi po tayo outcome a business transaction. Kasi nga yung pinag-usapan dito is capital lang muna. When we see outcome of business transaction, tapos ka na doon. Ito, profit na ito eh. Okay, profit na tong outcome. Okay? Ang sagot po natin dyan is money, machines, invested to transact business. Yan po talaga ang capital. Capital is talking about money. Again, capital is talking about money, machines that is invested to transact business po. Yan po ang sagot po natin. Okay, number 109 na po tayo. What result when the government spends more than what it collects in the form of taxes? Again, what results when the government spend more than what it collects in the form of taxes? Letter A, excessive allotment. Letter B, fiscal overspending. Letter C, fiscal deficit. And letter D, erroneous appropriation. Okay? Anong sagot natin dyan sa ating number 109? Okay, may nagtatanong kung anong oras tayo bukas. Okay, as of now, hindi ko maibibigay yung yung oras natin for tomorrow kasi nga po nakadepende po tayo sa anong schedule po natin. And of course po, sa mga nagtatanong kung anong oras tayo bukas, advice ko lang po na lagi po kayong bumisita po sa ating Facebook page. Again, lagi po tayong bumisita sa ating Facebook page. And of course po, sa ating mga bagong viewers dito, welcome po kayong lahat. Alright, and I am invited you and I am encourage you to please follow to our Facebook page kung hindi ka pa nakapag-follow sa ating Facebook page para po lagi kayong ma-notify kapag nagla-live po tayo dito. And of course, para po ma-notify kayo at makita nyo din po yung mga bagong post natin na mga reviewer po related to board exam po. Okay? May mga keyword po tayo, may mga tips tayong ipopost sa ating Facebook page. Kaya nga po sa mga hindi pa nakapag-follow, follow nyo na po ang ating Facebook page. And of course, sa atin pong mga followers po dito na hindi pa din po nakapag-subscribe sa ating YouTube channel, of course, inimbitahan ko po kayo na mag-subscribe po sa ating YouTube channel. Bakit po? Kasi nga po yung YouTube channel po natin is doon po natin i-upload yung live natin kanina and the other previous day. Doon po natin i-upload sa ating YouTube channel. Of course, ang live po natin ngayon is doon po ito i-upload sa ating YouTube channel dahil nga kapag gusto nyo mag-review, makikita nyo po yung review po natin. Okay? Kaya I oblige everyone and I am requesting everyone to please subscribe to our YouTube channel para po aabot na tayo ng 2,000 subscribers. Again, yung deal ko po sa ating YouTube channel is I need 2,000 subscriber para po mag-work po yung YouTube channel natin. Kasi nga po, yung YouTube channel natin is requested nyo po yan sa ating mga followers dito. Since marami ang nag-request na gumawa tayo ng YouTube channel, kaya nga po pinagbigyan ko na kayo, gumawa na tayo ng YouTube channel. So sa ngayon, na meron na tayong YouTube channel, so please subscribe and support to our YouTube channel. Pwede nyong imbitahan nyo po yung mga kakilala nyo to subscribe our YouTube channel. Paki-forward lang po, pakipasa lang po sa ating link po. Marami po tayong link sa ating YouTube channel. Andyan po sa ating Facebook page, okay? Okay, yan po. Okay, subscribe na po kayo para po makapag-upload na tayo ng mga videos doon sa ating YouTube channel po, okay? Okay, ang YouTube channel na to is gumawa lang po ako, okay? Ang ginawa ko po is gumawa lang po ako ng YouTube channel, pero ang nagmamay-ari ng YouTube channel na to is kayo talaga, kasi kayo naman talaga yung nag-request dito, okay? Alright, okay. Okay, sagot natin dito. Proceed tayo sa ating number 109. Sagot natin dito is fiscal deficit. Again, when we say about government spends more than what it collects in the form of taxes, ang sagot po natin dyan sa number 109 is letter C po. Fiscal deficit. Again, fiscal deficit po ang sagot natin dyan. Okay, number 110 na po tayo. What is the type of cooperative which promotes thrift among members and create funds in order to able to grant loans? Again and again. Lumabas ito sa board exam last September 2019. Again, take note. Lumabas ito sa board exam last September 2019. Okay? Take note, take note, take note, take note. Again and again and again and again. Lumabas ito sa board exam last September 2019. Okay? What is the type of cooperative which promotes thrift among members and creates, okay, yung keyword natin dito, cooperative and loans. Okay, kapag sinasabing loans, saan ba yun mapufall? Okay? Letter A, service. Letter B, consumer. And letter C, producers. And letter D, credit. Okay? Sagot po natin dyan is credit po, since our keyword is loans. Again, welcome sa ating mga bagong viewers dito. Alright? Sa mga bagong viewers natin at mga all viewers, okay, I encourage everyone at inimbitahan ko po kayo na i-follow po ang ating Facebook page. And of course, you can share to our Facebook page kung may mga GC kayo or mga Facebook group or any group chat po. Pwede nyo pong i-share po ang ating Facebook page po. Ipasa nyo po yung link sa kanila po para po ma-notify nila at ma-notice nila na may online live po tayo dito para po marami po tayong matulungan. Okay? And sa mga ano po natin, yan. One of the major functions of taxes is to finance real government expenditure. This function can simply be stated as two blank. Letter A, promote development. Letter B, secure price stability. And letter C, raise revenues. And letter D, raise national security. Saan po dyan ang tamang sagot po natin sa ating pong number 111? Alright, can we comment down your answer now? Yan, si Jomar, sagot niya, letter D. Okay, sa mga silent viewers natin dito, inibitahan ko po kayo na mag-comment kayo po para po ma-familiar at ma-notify ko yung mga pangalan po ninyo. Kasi yung final coaching natin, yung makakasali po sa final coaching natin is ano lang, yung mga very participative po dito and very active viewers po. Yan lang po ang makakasali po sa atin pong final coaching questions. Again, ang makakasali sa ating final coaching questions is yung mga very active lang po and very participative po dito po sa ating online live at mga laging nanonood po sa atin. Yan. Okay, ang daming nagsagot ng letter C. Okay. Okay, sagot natin dito is letter C po. Yan po ang sagot po natin. Major functions of taxes po is to finance real government expenditure. Yan po. This function can be simply be stated as to raise revenues po. Yan po ang function po ng atin pong major function po ng taxes po sa ating gobyerno. Yan. Okay, number 112. Which term refers the measures undertaken by the government which will remove anything that hinders the entry foreign products, services, and capital between countries? Keyword natin, undertaken by government, remove anything that hinders the entry of foreign products. Letter A, liberalization. Letter B, globalization. And letter C, privatization. And letter D, internalization. Okay, saan po dyan ang tama nating sagot? Sa atin po, number 112. Yeah. Alright, we have Disimi Bahaw. Sagot niya, letter B, globalization. Alright, we have Jesselme Ngagan. Sagot niya, letter A. Jessica Iscano. Sagot niya, letter A. Okay, how about yung iba? Anong sagot niyo dito? Mary Joy Chua, sagot niya letter B. Sunaira, sagot niya letter B. Rosel Sanchez, sagot niya letter B. Alright, halo-halo yung sagot. Okay, ang sagot po natin dito ay liberalization po. Yan po ang sagot po natin sa number 12. Which term refers the measure undertaken by the government which will remove anything that hinders the entry of foreign products, services, and capital between countries. Yan. Letter E po ang sagot po natin dyan sa ating number 112. Okay? Proceed tayo sa ating number 113. What do we call the sum of money collected for our use of road, bridge, and highway? Again, what do we call the sum of money collected for our use of a road, bridge, and highway? Ano po ang tamang sagot natin dyan sa ating number 113? Alright, number 113 na tayo. Alright, what's your answer? Number 113. Sagot ni Jomar, letter D. Yan. Okay, halo-halong sagot. May nag-letter D, may nag-letter C, may nag-letter A, tax daw. Again ha, yung keyword natin, sum of money collected. Okay? Sum of money collected. Yan, sagot ni Angel Marie Dugon. Sagot niya letter D, tool. Okay, sagot natin dito is tool po. Number 13, what do we call the sum of money collected for our use of road, bridge, and highway? Sagot natin dyan is letter D po. Again, letter D po ang sagot natin sa ating pong number 113. Yan. Proceed po tayo sa ating pong number 114. Which term refers to duties payable on goods, whether imported or exported? Again, keyword natin, duties payable on goods, whether imported or exported. Letter A, assessment. Letter B, tariff. And letter C, subsidiary. And letter D, revenue. Saan po ang tamang sagot natin sa ating number 114? Alright, as of 5:59 PM, we have 52 viewers. Welcome po sa inyong lahat dito. Kaway-kaway naman po dyan sa mga bagong viewers natin dito. And of course, invite your friends to join with us para po makapasali po sila dito sa ating online live. Sayang naman set number 3 na tayo. Maraming dito, mga hot question na mga lumalabas sa LED po. Sasabihin ko sa inyo. Alright, sagot ni Jesselme Ngan. Sagot niya letter B. sa tariff daw. Marilyn A. Cortez, sagot niya letter B, tariff. Yan. Alright, ito na. Sagot po natin sa ating 114 po is tariff po. Yan po ang sagot natin from the keyword duties payable on goods. Okay, again, sagot natin dyan is letter B po. Tariff po ang sagot po natin sa atin pong number 114. Alright, proceed tayo sa ating number 115. Which term refers to the social aspect of sex or to socially defined roles and expectations that are associated with sex? Again, which term refers to the social aspect of sex or to socially defined roles and expectations that are associated with sex? Letter A, social differentiation. Letter B, social class. And letter C, gender. And letter D, cultural context. Again, keyword natin dyan, socially defined roles and expectations. Okay? Alright, sa ating mga bagong viewers dyan, welcome na welcome po kayong lahat dito. Ito po ang ating online live General Education Social Studies set number 3 with the hashtag 111. And of course, sa mga bagong viewers natin dito, welcome na welcome po kayong lahat. Kaway-kaway naman po sa mga bagong viewers natin dyan. And of course, kung ikaw ay hindi pa nakapag-follow sa ating Facebook page, okay? I invited you to please follow to our Facebook page. And of course, meron po tayong YouTube channel. Andyan po sa caption natin yung link po, okay? Pangalan po sa YouTube channel is Pre-Reviewer for Social Studies LPT. Yan po, okay? I invited to please support and subscribe to our YouTube channel dahil po yung live po natin dito at mga iba pang live natin the previous day po, i-upload po natin doon sa atin pong YouTube channel para po ma-review nyo. Okay? Okay, halo-halong sagot. May nag-letter C. We have Rosel Sanchez Esquivel, Marian Jocales Teresa, Jonalyn Bulingan Cabalo, and we have Bong Laureta. Sagot nila letter C, gender daw. Okay, sagot natin dito is gender. Okay, from the keyword social aspect of sex or to socially defined roles and expectation is gender po ang tawag doon. Yan, sagot natin number 115 is gender. Okay? Number 116 na po natin. Among the developing Asian nations, which of the following is widely promoted to be the better solution to poverty and unemployment? Yan, Lelabit Bermudez. Hello po sa iyo. Okay? Yan po ang keyword po natin, widely promoted to be better solution to poverty and unemployment. Again, unemployment. Letter A, privatization. Letter B, urbanization. And letter C, industrialization. And letter D, importation. Saan po ang tamang sagot natin dyan? Alright, ano sagot nyo dyan? May nagsagot ng letter C. Yan. Okay, sagot natin dyan is letter C po talaga. Industrialization. Kasi nga yung pinag-usapan dito is unemployment. Widely promoted to be the better solution to poverty and unemployment. Sagot natin dyan is letter C po. Industrialization. Yan. Proceed po tayo sa atin pong number 117. Ito, stagflation occurs when the economy experiences blank. Yan. Letter A, rising prices and rising output. Letter B, rising prices and falling output. Letter C, falling prices and falling output. And letter D, falling prices and rising output. Saan po dyan ang tamang sagot po natin sa ating number 117? Alright? Alright, sa mga bagong viewers natin dito, welcome na welcome kayong lahat. And of course, sa mga bagong viewers natin dito na hindi pa nakapag-follow sa ating Facebook page, okay, I invited everyone to please follow to our Facebook page. And of course, meron po tayong YouTube channel dito nga kailangan po nating suportahan kasi nga requested ninyo itong lahat. So yan po, gumawa po tayo ng YouTube channel. Of course, kailangan po natin ng subscriber doon. Okay, sa mga hindi pa nakapag-subscribe sa ating YouTube channel, meron po tayong YouTube channel, Pre-Reviewer Social Studies LPT. Diyan po ang link po natin, nandyan po sa ating caption at sa ating comment box po. Yan po ang ating caption sa link po is andyan sa ating caption po sa ating live po ngayon. Pakitingnan niyo lang po. Okay? Alright, anong sagot niyo dito? Number 117? Okay, number 117 na po tayo. Anong sagot niyo dito? Okay, may nagsagot ng letter B, rising prices and falling out. Okay, how about yung iba? Ano sagot nyo dito? Alright, sagot po natin dito sa ating number 117 is letter B po. Yan, stagflation, rising prices, and falling output. Again, rising prices and falling output. Yan po yung stagflation. Again, stagflation, rising prices, and falling output. Okay? Okay, para hindi po makalimutan, mnemonics po. RPFO. Again, mnemonics po natin dito is RPFO. Kapag stagflation, RPFO. Again, mnemonics natin dito RPFO. Yan. Okay, rising letter R, prices letter P, falling letter F, and output letter O. Again, stagflation means RPFO. Again, stagflation is, of course, in economic experiences, RPFO. Okay, thumbs up naman po kung nag-gets na yung pong mnemonics po natin. True reaction po. Okay, paulanan nyo po ako ng thumbs up kung nag-gets. Kung hindi naman po, sad emoji po kung hindi nag-gets yung mnemonics natin dito. Okay, mnemonics again, RPFO. Yan po. Okay, proceed tayo sa ating number 118. Which among the following is an example of transfer payment? Again, keyword natin dito, transfer payment. Okay? Which of the following is an example of transfer payment? Ano po ang sagot natin dyan sa ating number 118? Yan, number 118 na po tayo. Ano pong sagot nyo dito? Alright, sagot ni Marilyn E. Cortez. Sagot niya, letter C, unemployment benefits. Yun. Sagot ni Isabel Liborio Sabino Sarmiento. Yan. Okay, si Anami Basbas Kapigan. Okay, nag-mention siya kanyang mga pangalan ng kanyang mga kaibigan. Thank you. Alright. Halo-halo yung sagot natin dito sa ating number 118. Okay, sagot po natin dito. Tama po si Marilyn E. Cortez. Letter C po ang sagot natin. Unemployment benefits. Okay? Which of the following is an example of transfer payment? Again, sagot natin dito. Unemployment benefits. Yan. Okay? Unemployment benefits, transfer payment. Yan po ang sagot natin sa atin pong number 118. Okay, proceed na tayo. 119. Which among the following best describes a recession? Ano ba ibig sabihin ng recession? Letter A. A fall in real GNP over 2 consecutive time periods. Letter B. An increase in real GNP from one period to the next. And letter C. Nominal GNP declines from one period to the next. And letter D. No change in real GNP from one period to the next. Saan po dyan ang nagde-describe po ng recession? Okay? Alright, comment down your answer now. We have Clarissa Gomez, sagot niya letter number 100, ano na tayo, 19. Okay, sagot ni Mary Apple Goody Sinisa, sagot niya letter B, 119. Alright, sagot po natin dito is letter E po. Recessions means negative po, okay? Negative po yung recession. Yan po, a fall in real GNP over 2 consecutive times period. Yan po. Yung recession po is, meaning po yan is negative po. Yan. A fall in GNP over 2 consecutive times period. Letter E po ang sagot natin sa ating number 119. Okay, number 20 na tayo. Number 120. Gross domestic product is the sum of the market value of the blank. Letter A, intermediate goods. Letter B, final goods and services. And letter C, manufactured goods. And letter D, inferior goods and services. Okay, saan po ang tamang sagot natin? Sa atin pong number 120. Okay, bilis-bilisan yung pag-comment para po matapos natin ang maaga. Okay, Sunday bukas ha, magsisimba tayo bukas. Kayo din magsimba kayo. Alright, anong sagot natin dito? Sa number 120. Okay, sagot ni Katniss B. Palomaria. Sagot niya, letter A, intermediate goods. Sagot ni Cherry Ann Banes. Sagot niya, letter C. Alright, sagot po natin sa ating number 120. Since we are talking about gross domestic product, ang sagot po natin dyan ay final goods and services. Yan. Again, we are talking about gross. When we say gross, ano na yon? Okay? Gross is yung gross domestic product is the sum of the market value of the final goods and services. Okay? Number 120. Again, this is related to economic subjects po. Yung question natin sa number 120 is related to economics. Yan. Okay? Letter B ang sagot natin. Final goods and services. Since we're talking about gross domestic product and the sum of the market value. Okay? Proceed tayo sa ating number 121. Which of the following statement is true about a market economy? Again, we are searching here the following statement that is true about market economy. Letter A, with a large enough computer, center planners could guide production more efficiently than markets. Letter B, market participants act as if guided by an invisible hand to produce outcomes that maximize social welfare. And letter C, the strength of a market system is that it tends to distribute resources even across consumers. And letter D, taxers help prices communicates costs and benefits to producers and consumers. Saan po dyan ang tamang sagot po natin sa atin pong number 121? Okay, sagot ni Ma'am GC Bahaw. Sagot niya letter B. How about yung iba? Anong sagot nyo dito? Yun. Alright, sa mga bagong viewers natin dito ha, you can invite your friends through mentioning their names to our online live para po makita at notify po nila tayo. And of course, you can share this video sa mga GC nyo po kung may mga group chat kayo. And of course, kung may mga Facebook group kayo, Facebook page, pwede nyo pong i-share po itong ating pong Facebook page po dito para po ma-notify nila na may live po tayo dito na mga pre-reviewer pre-reviewer para po sa lahat. And of course, sa mga hindi pa nakapag-follow sa ating Facebook page at hindi pa nakapag-subscribe sa ating YouTube channel, I invited everyone to please follow and subscribe. Follow to our Facebook page and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Alright, proceed tayo. Ang sagot po natin dito is letter B po. Market participants act as if guided by an invisible hand to produce outcomes that is maximize social welfare. Yan po yung true statement about market economy. Again, when we are talking about market economy, ang sagot po natin dyan is market. Yan. Market participants act as if guided by an invisible hand to produce outcome that maximize social welfare. Again, since we are talking about market economy, tandaan lang po, hanapin nyo po ang sagot na may nag-start din ng market. Ito number choices letter A. Meron itong market, pero nasa huli. Itong letter D at C natin is wala. Ito, merong letter C, market. Okay? Tandaan, market economy, market participants. Tandaan, market economy, market participants. Yan lang po. Tandaan niyo po ng mabuti po. Okay? Number 122 na po tayo. In a free economy, the allocation of resources is determined by. Yan. Number 122, in a free economy, the allocation of resources is determined by blank. Letter A, votes taken by consumers. Letter B, central planning authority. And letter C, consumer preferences. And letter D, the level of profits of firm. Okay, ano po ang sagot natin dyan? We have Efren John Mola. Letter D yung sagot niya. Welcome sa ating mga bagong viewers dito. Welcome kayong lahat. And of course, kung bago pa lang po kayo sa atin pong first time nyo po dito sa ating online live at hindi pa po kayo nakapag-subscribe, okay, I invited everyone to please subscribe to our YouTube channel and of course, follow to our Facebook page. Alright, anong sagot nyo sa ating number 122? Okay na ba? Thumbs up kung okay na. Alright, thumbs up kung okay na. Paulan ng thumbs up. True reaction po. Okay, sagot natin dito. We have in Tabat Laroko. Welcome. Okay. Alright, sagot po natin dito, since we're talking about pre-economy, in the allocation of resources is determined by letter C po, consumer preferences. Again, sagot natin dyan is letter C po, consumer preferences. In a pre-economy, the allocation of resources is determined by consumer preferences. Yan po talaga ang sagot po natin sa atin pong number 122, consumer preferences. Okay, proceed po tayo sa number 23. Ito, trade-offs are required because wants are unlimited and resources are blank. Letter A, economical. Letter B, unlimited. And letter C, scarce. And letter D, marginal. Saan po dyan ang tamang sagot po natin sa atin pong number 123? Okay? Trade-offs, keyword natin, wants are unlimited and resources are blank. Okay? Saan po dyan? Okay? Very familiar pong questions na to sa economics po. Alright, ano pong sagot po natin dito sa atin pong number 123? May nagsagot ng letter B, unlimited daw. May nagsagot ng ani, batiaw. Sagot niya, letter C. Yan. Letter C, scarce, yung sagot niya. How about yung iba? Ano sagot niyo dito? Alright, sagot po natin dito is scarce po. Since we are talking about trade-offs,
are required, wants are unlimited, and resources are scarce. Scarce or scarcity, pareho lang po yun. Again, scarce or scarcity, pareho lang po yun. Yan po ang sagot natin sa ating number 123. Yan, okay na ba? Thumbs up kung okay na. Thumbs up kung okay na. Yan, nag-thumbs up na. Okay, ito. Number 124 na po tayo. Raising taxes and increasing welfare payments, blank. Letter A, reduce market power. Letter B, prove that there is such a thing at a freelance. And letter C, improve efficiency at the expense of equity. And letter D, improve equity at the expense of efficiency. Saan po ang tamang sagot po natin dyan? Sa atin pong number 124. Alright? Okay, number 124. Ano po ang tamang sagot natin dyan sa ating number 124? Raising taxes and increasing welfare payments. Yan po, ang keyword po natin. Alright, dili ata yung comment natin. Yes. We have Nasser Pitra Salibo. Good evening, sir. Nahuli na ako. Okay, habol lang po. Alright. Sagot po natin dyan is letter D po. Improve equity at the expense of efficiency. Again, sagot natin sa ating number 124 is letter D po. Improve equity and the expense of efficiency. Again, okay, proceed tayo sa ating number 125. Okay, number 125. The burden of the tax falls more heavily on the sellers in a market when blank. Again, keyword natin dyan, the burden of a tax. Okay? Letter A. Malabo na naman daw. Yan. Okay na ba? Thumbs up kung okay na. Thumbs up kung okay na. Okay, paulanan niyo ako ng thumbs up kung okay na. True reaction. Okay, number 125 na tayo ha. Ito pong choices. Letter A, both supply and demand are elastic. Both supply and demand are inelastic. Letter C, demand is inelastic and supply is elastic. And letter D, demand is elastic and supply is inelastic. Okay, nalilito ako sa choices. Nahihilo ako. Okay, ano sagot nyo dito? Number 125 na po tayo. Yan, may nagsagot ng letter B, may nagsagot ng letter D. Nakalimutan ko na to kung paano i-explain tong ano, elastic at inelastic. Okay? O yan. Alright, sagot po natin dito. Madaliin natin to kasi nakakalito to eh. Okay. Sagot natin dito is letter D po. Demand is elastic and supply is inelastic. Yan po ang ano po sa the burden of a tax falls more heavily on the sellers in a market when demand is elastic and supply is inelastic. Okay? Kayo na pong bahala mag-ano dito, mag-research sa ano po, ano ba ibig sabihin ng elastic and inelastic. Kasi po, ano, nakalimutan ko na to. Alam ko to noon, pero ngayon nakalimutan ko na. Yan, sobrang busy. Okay? Demand is elastic and supply is inelastic. Yan po ang sagot natin sa ating number 125. Okay, proceed tayo. Ito.
Number 126. Which situation is the best example of a culture shock? Okay? Ano po ang sagot natin dyan sa ating number 126? Ang hinahanap lang po daw is saan po yung pinaka-the best na example, pinaka-the best na halimbawa po sa atin pong culture shock. Again, letter A, a native from New Zealand is so afraid of the big crowd in malls and along the roads during rush hours that he remarks so many people. Okay, blurred na naman daw. Legit ba? Yan, okay na ba? Okay na ba? Klaro na? Okay, yan. Ano po sagot natin dyan? Saan po ang nagkaroon po ng culture shock natin dyan? Letter B, the hippies rejected the establishment in the 1960s and sported long hair. And letter C, the Canadians use forks while the Filipino use spoon and fork and sometimes their hands on eating. And letter D, the Aitas don't like sardines but like sweet potato. Saan po dyan ang tamang sagot po sa atin pong number 126? Again, number 126 natin. Ang hinahanap lang po dyan ay yung pinaka-the best na halimbawa po regarding po sa ating culture shock. Saan po dyan ang may culture shock? Yan. Sagot? Anong sagot? May nagsagot ng alpha. Letter A daw. Okay, sagot po natin dito is letter A po. Tandaan kapag nakabasa kayo ng culture shock, tandaan nyo itong New Zealand po. Okay? New Zealand yung ano po natin dito. Tandaan nyo po. Ito po. A native from New Zealand is so afraid of the big crowd in malls and along the roads during rush hours that he remarks so many people. Yan po ang culture shock po natin sa atin pong number 126. Okay? Proceed tayo sa ating number 127. Ito. Tapos na tayo dito sa ating set number 2 ha. Ito, under which group to do the Sunday church goers in a cathedral full? Letter A, secondary group. Letter B, primary group. And letter C, tertiary group. And letter D, elementary group. Alright, ano pong sagot natin dyan? Ito, pandaras kayo. is mga secondary group po yun. And of course, yung primary group is part po yun. Yung family natin is considered as the primary group. Yan. Okay? Again, Sunday church goers is secondary group. And we have the primary group is our family. And our tertiary group is halimbawa, si teacher, halimbawa dito sa tertiary group, si teacher at si teacher at saka yung estudyante is po sila. Si teacher is estudyante as mafo-fall din sila sa secondary group. Pero si teacher at saka si parents ng estudyante, yun na po yung tinatawag nating tertiary group. Yan. Okay, proceed tayo sa ating number 128. Yan. Which does one portray when he thinks that what is foreign is this and that what is local is inferior. Again, which does one portray when he thinks that what is foreign is best and that what is local is inferior. Saan po dyan ang tamang sagot natin? Letter A, xenocentrism. Letter B, relativism. And letter C, ethnocentrism. And letter D, favoritism. Saan po ang tamang sagot natin dyan sa ating number 128? Alright? Number 128 na tayo. Ano pong tamang sagot kaya dyan? Nawala yung comment. Delete siguro. Yan, delete talaga. Okay. Ang daming nagsagot ng letter A. May nag-letter C. Okay, sagot natin sa ating number 128 is xenocentrism. Yan po ang tamang sagot natin. Which does one portray when he thinks that was foreign is best and that what is local is inferior. Yan po. Ang ating sagot po is xenocentrism. Again, xenocentrism po ang sagot natin dyan kapag po nagkaroon po tayo ng ganong mindset na magtiting tayo na what is foreign is the best po and what is local is inferior. Ang tawag po doon is xenocentrism. Yan po ang tamang sagot po natin sa ating pong number 128. Okay, number 129 na po tayo. Ito, tapos na din ito sa ating set number 2. Nadaanan na natin to. Upon which is based the claim that there is no single universal standard to be used to judge any culture base. Okay, keyword natin dyan. No single universal standard to be used to judge any culture base. Letter A, cultural relativism. Letter B, cultural shock. Tapos letter C, we have cultural diversity. And letter D, ethnical relativism. Saan po ang tamang sagot sa ating number 129? Alright, welcome sa ating mga lit viewers dito. And of course, sa ating mga bagong viewers dito, welcome na welcome po kayong lahat sa atin pong online live review. This is General Education Social Studies set number 3, hashtag number 111. And of course, para po sa mga bagong viewers natin doon na hindi pa nakapag-follow sa ating Facebook page, I invited everyone to please follow to our Facebook page and of course, kindly subscribe na lang din po sa ating YouTube channel which is Pre-Reviewer for Social Studies LPT. Meron po tayong link sa baba sa ating pong caption. Nandiyan po yung link sa ating pong YouTube channel. And of course naman po, you can mention the names of your friends to our online live so that they will be notified and so that they can join us tonight to our online live. You can invite them, your classmates, your friends, or etc. po. Pwede nyo pong invite po dito sa atin na mag-join po. Okay? Number 129 na tayo. Anong sagot nyo dito? Yun, ang daming nagsagot ng letter A, may nag-letter C. Okay, sagot po natin dito sa ating number 129 with the keyword no single universal standard. Judge any culture base. Ang sagot po natin dyan is letter A po. Cultural relativism. Again, sagot po natin dyan kapag no single universal standard, judge any culture base. Ang sagot po natin dyan is letter A. Cultural relativism. Okay, number 130 na po tayo. Ito, imposible naman na hindi kayo makasagot nito. Again, lumabas ito sa LET last March 2019. Again, lumabas ito sa LET exam. Take note. Again and again, lumabas ito sa LET last March 2019. Ito, you will be a good You will be in good hands when your host is a Filipino because one outstanding trait of Filipino is letter A, hospitality, letter B, thrift, and letter C, industry, and letter D, cleanliness. Saan po ang tamang sagot sa ating number 130? Okay? Sabi po, you will be in good hands when your host is a Filipino because one outstanding trait of Filipinos is blank. Saan po ang tamang sagot po sa ating number 130? Yun. Ang sagot nila letter D, disipline bahaw, cleanliness. Sagot ni Hadsi, sagot ni Manilin Igam Cholula, sagot niya letter A, hospitality. Okay? Sagot po natin dito sa ating number 130 po is hospitality po. Yan po talaga ang mga kaugalian ng mga Pilipino, no, na kahit walang bigas, kahit walang ulam, handang mangutang talaga para sa bisita. Yun. Yun ang mga nakaugalian ng mga Pilipino po talaga. Kahit walang bigas, kahit walang ulam, handang mangutang para may pagkain sa bisita. Yan po. Yeah. Hindi naman lahat, pero usually yun talaga. Okay, number 131 na po tayo. The Philippines is dominantly a Christian country in the Orient, yet according to survey, it is on the top 5 as the most corrupt nation in Asia. What does this point to the Philippine society? Letter A, lack of cultural integration. Letter B, presence of cultural differences. And letter C, prevalence of ethnocentrism. And letter D, prevalence of sinocentrism. Alright, saan po dyan ang tama nating sagot sa ating number 131? Alright, anong sagot nyo? Ito na, si Wedelin Bernardo. Welcome. Welikin Bernardo. Okay, sagot nyo, number 131 na po tayo. Alright, sa ating mga bagong viewers dito ha, welcome na welcome kayong lahat. And of course, you can invite your friends to join with us para po makapag-review po sila dito sa atin. And of course, sa mga bagong viewers natin dito na hindi nagko-comment sa kanilang mga answer, okay, I encourage and I invited everyone to please comment your answer now para po ma-recognize ko po kayo. Yung pangalan nyo po, ma-familiar ko. Kagaya na lang po ni Ma'am Paz Elise, Mary Apple, ito si Esquivel, Jaila Lacuata, Wedelin Bernardo, yung iba, sino pa yon? Si Orcolo, si Magkidong, we have Cortez, o yun po, mga pangalan na very familiar ko po. Okay, so kung sino lang po yung familiar na mga pangalan ko po na lagi ko pong nakikita po dito, again, sila lang po yung ipo-focus ko talaga sa final coaching. Kasi nga, unfair naman po sa kanila. And of course, gusto ko lahat ng dumaan sa akin, tapos yung ma-final coaching ko is papasa talaga sila sa board exam. Yan. Okay, sisikapin kong papasa sila sa board exam. So yun, yung mga nagko-comment dito, yung very familiar, yung mga soaking viewers natin dito, again, yung mga nagsisikap talaga, yun talaga yung gusto ko. Kasi nga, ayoko sa mga taong mataas ang pangarap pero mababa yung pagsisikap. Again, ayoko sa mga taong mataas ang pangarap pero mababa yung pagsisikap. Okay? Sabi ko nga kagabi, ang daming nangarap pero iilan lang ang nagsusumika. Yun, okay? Number 131 na po tayo. Balik tayo sa ating number 31, 131. Okay, ano pong sagot po natin dito? Sa atin pong number. Okay, si Disimi Bahaw. Yan pala. Ito, very active. Yan. John Revilla. We have from Nueva Vizcaya po. Okay? Ito si Babe Gaffapin. Okay, very familiar tong pangalan na to. Okay? Sagot po natin dito is lack of cultural integration. Yan po ang nangyayari po sa ating bansa. No, saklap nito. The Philippines is dominantly Christian country. Ibig sabihin dominantly is mostly talaga is Christian talaga. Pero top 5 as the most corrupt nation in Asia. Okay? Yung Pilipinas is lack of cultural integration. Okay, number 132 na po tayo. You have to take extra care when you critique the work of a Filipino. Filipino. Your negative comment, okay, your negative comment may be mistaken to be an attack against his or person upon which Filipino threat is advice-based. Letter A, extreme personalism. And letter B, adaptability. And letter C, sakop mentality. And letter D, bayanihan spirit. Saan po ang tamang sagot natin dyan sa ating number 132? Again, yung keyword natin is critic the work and we have negative comment. Alright? Ito, Florence Miano Bacoy. Ito na, very familiar. We have Sir Stone and of course we have Nasser Pitra Salibok. Okay? Halo-halo yung sagot. Okay, ang sagot po natin dito is letter A po, extreme personalism. Kasi nga, when you have to take care, take extra care when you critic the work of a Filipino, your negative comment may be mistaken to be attack against his or person. Again, extreme personalism po ang sagot po natin dito sa ating number 132. Right, dili yung comment natin hindi ko mabasa kagad. Okay, number 133 na tayo. Ito, the expression from the connotes blank. Letter A, ethnocentrism. Letter B, thinocentrism. And letter C, favoritism. And letter D, racial discrimination. Saan po ang tamang sagot natin dyan sa ating number 133? Yung ano natin yung set to pala natin is hanggang 185. Again, ang set number, yung set number 3 po natin is ito po is hanggang 185 po ito. Okay, tapusin natin to. Bilisan natin. Okay. Alright, anong sagot nyo dito sa ating number 133? Dili yung comment. Hindi ko makita. Ito na. Yan, sagot ni Clarissa Gomez. Sagot niya, letter C. 133, letter C. Favoritism. Yan. Sagot ni Ralen Benionibal Linis. Sagot niya, letter D. Racial discrimination. Okay? Ano pa? Sagot ng iba dito. Tignan natin. Pili yung comment. Okay, yan. May nag-letter D. Okay, sagot po natin dito is ethnocentrism po. The expression of from D connotes ethnocentrism. Again, pag nakabasa ng from D, sagot dyan is ethnocentrism. Yan. Ethnocentrism sagot natin sa ating number 133. Proceed tayo, 134. Children learn how to open a coconut and other common course in a coconut farm. In this instance, culture is transmitted by letter A, immersion, letter B, assimilation, and letter C, enculturation, and letter D, acculturation. Saan po ang tamang sagot sa ating number 134? Can you comment down your answer now? Alright, so mga bagong viewers natin dito na hindi pa nakapag-invite sa kanilang mga kakilala or mga classmates or friends, I encourage you to invite them so that they can join us tonight to our online live review. This is General Education Social Studies set number 3 with the hashtags 111. And of course, meron tayong YouTube channel po dyan. Nagpapay tayong link po dyan sa atin pong screen po, sa atin pong caption. Andyan po yung link po nating YouTube channel. Of course, please support and please subscribe to our YouTube channel kasi nga po yung online live po natin dito is doon po ito i-upload sa ating YouTube channel. And of course, sa atin pong mga bagong viewers dito, kung hindi pa nakapag-follow sa ating Facebook page, okay? Follow niyo po ang ating Facebook page para lagi kayong ma-notify at ma-update po sa ating mga bagong ipopost doon ng mga reviewer. Yan. Okay, proceed tayo sa ating number 134. Okay, number 134, sagot natin dito is enculturation po. Again, sagot natin dito, when we talk about the children learn how to open a coconut and other common course in a coconut farm. Ang sagot po natin dito, the culture transmitted through enculturation. Yan po ang sagot natin, enculturation. Okay, letter C po ang sagot po natin dyan. delay yung comment, hindi ko mabasa kaagad. Ano nangyari dito? As in, very delay yung comment. Yan. Okay, proceed po tayo sa atin pong number 135. Ito. When a person shows the ability to understand and appreciate the similarities and differences in the customs, values, and beliefs of one's culture, she is said to blank. Letter A, possess multicultural literacy. Letter B, sociocultural aware. And letter C, possess global awareness. And letter D, possess social literacy. Okay? Tapos na po ito sa atin pong set number 2. Okay, sana naalala nyo yung sagot po natin dito. Since we're talking about similarities and differences of customs, values, and beliefs of one's culture. Ano po ang sagot po natin dito sa atin pong number 135? Okay? Okay, anong sagot natin dito mga ka-teacher? Yan, sagot ni Florence Miano Bacoy, sagot niya, letter D, possess social literacy. Sagot ni Salin Dunay, bumalik na yung comment natin, gumagana na. Sir Stone, sagot niya, letter A, possess multicultural literacy. We have Katniss B. Palomaria, sagot niya, letter A. We have Nelan Arman Garcia, sagot niya, letter C. Alright, sagot po natin dito is letter A po, possess multicultural literacy. Since we're talking about the differences, the custom, values, and beliefs of one's culture. So, ang daming pinag-usapan po dito sa atin pong kultura. So, ang sagot po dyan is possess multicultural literacy. Yan po ang sagot po natin sa ating number 135. Okay, proceed po tayo. Okay, magbibigay ako ng mga mnemonics kung meron tayong makikita na okay. Magbibigay ako ng mnemonic sa atin pong mga po dito. Pero yung mga ganitong ori po ng questions, yung ang haba ng tanong, yung minsan lang natin magawan talaga yung mnemonics yun. Ang discarte nun is familiarize the question and familiarize the answer. Kung pwede, memorize na. Pwede. Okay? Mas better yung ma-memorize kaysa familiarize. Okay? Proceed tayo number 136. Which of the following statement accurately reflects a strong school culture? Saan po daw ang may statement po dito na mag-reflect po ng strong na kultura sa school. Okay? Letter A, has definite organizational core values. Letter B, has a network rules of communication. Letter C, has informal rules of behavior. And letter D, has high standard of performance. Okay? Saan po dyan? Yung may statement po na accurate po, nag-reflect po ng strong school culture. Okay? Sagot ni Ismael Swan Palawan, sagot niya, letter B. Sagot ni Katniss B. Palomaria, sagot niya, letter A, has defined organizational core values. And we have Sir Stone, sagot niya, letter A pa rin. Okay, Sunshine Ding Tahod, sagot niya, letter A. Yan. Sana yung iba. Anong sagot nyo dito? Okay, sagot po natin dito is letter E po. Tama po si Sir Stone and si Katniss po. Kasi nga po, pinag-usapan dito is strong school culture. Okay? Letter A po natin has definite organizational core values. Again, has definite organizational core values. Yan po ang sagot po natin sa ating pong number 136. Okay? Proceed tayo sa ating number 137. Ito, what are the considered major goals of multicultural education? Again, keyword natin, major goals of multicultural education. Number 1, catering to diversity of learners. Number 2, considering social class and ethnic groups. And number 3, providing equal opportunities to education. And number 4, helping individuals and groups survive despite differences in culture and beliefs. And letter A, we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. Letter B, 1, 2, and 1, 4. And letter C, 2 and 2. And letter D, we have 3 and 4. Saan po ang tamang sagot natin dyan sa ating number 136? We have Lorena. Okay, sagot ni Sir Stone, letter A daw. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, tingnan natin ang anong sagot po natin dito. We have Janine Estibas Batin. Okay? Alright, sagot po natin dito is letter A po talaga. Kasi nga po, catering to diversity of learners is napakaganda po yon, major goals. Positive po yon. Considering social class and ethnic groups, okay, positive pa rin. Providing equal opportunities to education, ako'y very very positive talaga. Okay? Helping individuals and groups survive despite of different cultural beliefs. Tama po yun. So lahat po ay tama. That was the major goals of multicultural education. So sagot po natin dyan is letter A po. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, proceed tayo. Number 138. World history recorded that art became emotional and dramatic during the Renaissance. What popular of painting is part of the idyllic golden age? Okay? Keyword natin dito, idyllic golden age. Okay? For the information of everyone, again and again, take note, this question 138 is tumabas ito sa LET sa atin pong general education last September 2019. That was the last exam po bago po nagkaroon ng pandemic. Again, yung number 138 po natin ay lumabas po ito sa board exam last September 2019. Okay, take note, you can screenshot to our 138 para po manote nyo na ito po ay lumabas sa board exam. Again, number 138 natin, lumabas ito sa board exam last September 2019. Okay? Yeah. Keyword natin dyan as the idyllic golden abyss. Okay, ano sagot nyo po dito sa ating number 138? Okay? Huli na po tayo yung comment kasi nga po walang lumabas. Alright, ano po sagot niyo po dito sa atin pong number 138? We have Marilyn is Igam Ilyasar. Sagot niya is letter A, Mona Lisa de Vinci. Mona Lisa by de Vinci. Okay? How about the others? Ano sagot niyo po dito? Alright, again and again, this question is lumabas ito sa LET last September 2019. Okay, yung keyword natin dito is idyllic golden of age. So that was, our answer is Mona Lisa by de Vinci. Yan po ang tamang sagot po natin sa atin pong number 138. Again and again, Mona Lisa by de Vinci. Okay, number 139 na po tayo. The cultural heritage of Southeast Asia has been designed by UNESCO as blank. Again, the cultural heritage of Southeast Asia has been designated by UNESCO as blank. Letter A, World Heritage Sites. Letter B, World Tourist Spots. And letter C, World Cultural Heritage. And letter D, World International Center. Saan po dyan ang tamang sagot po natin sa ating number 139? Alright, kindly comment down to your answer now as well as the number of items so that I can recognize and I can notify kung para saan po yung sagot po ninyo. Kasi nga po, delay po yung comment po natin dito. Ito na. We have Gina Bragais Burrito Bones. Okay, number 138. 139 na po tayo. Yan, Stone, Stir Stone. Sagot niya letter C. World Cultural Heritage. Okay? Sagot ni Marina Balakwet. Sagot niya letter A. World Heritage Sites. How about the others? Okay, welcome sa ating mga bagong viewers dito ha. Okay? From 600 viewers, we are now at 79 na lang po. Okay? Kasi nga po, na-move yung exam. So yung iba, minumove din nila yung pag-aaral nila, yung pagsa-study nila. Yun. Okay. Pero kayo, andito kayo, hindi nyo ni-move yung Hindi ibig sabihin na na-move yung exam is i-move din yung pag-aaral nyo. Tuloy lang po pala. Tuloy-tuloy lang. Para pagdating sa exam, handang-handa kayo, ready kayo, at 90% pagkakaroon kayo ng assurance sa mga sarili nyo na papasa kayo sa board exam. So yun. We have Vance Piñanueva. Sagot niya. Okay, number 1. Okay. James La Rosa Silorio. Sagot niya. 139 is letter C. Okay, sagot po natin sa ating number 139 po is letter A po. World Heritage Sites. Yan po ang cultural heritage of Southeast Asia has been designated by UNESCO as World Heritage Sites. Again, designated by UNESCO as World Heritage Sites. Yan po ang sagot po natin sa ating number 139. Okay, proceed po tayo sa ating number 140. Teachers should be encouraged to teach folk knowledge because letter A. Yan po. Vance Piñoneva. Hi, Sir Paplex po from General Santos City. Okay? Welcome, Bans Pinyoniba. Okay, Leonor Torno Akskuba, nagtanong kung visible po ba siya. Okay, visible po kayo, Ma'am Leonor Tormo. Is ako ba? Nakikita ko po kayo. Alright, ito na. Keyword natin sa ating number 140 is folk knowledge. Letter A, it is a crucial in facing the basics of daily living. Letter B, it is included in the national achievement list. And letter C, it is mandate of DepEd. And letter D, we have it is keeping with curriculum change. Alright? Ano po ang tamang sagot natin dito sa ating number 140? Yan. $140 na po tayo. Ano po ang sagot nyo dito? We have Gina Bergais Burrito Bon. Nahuli po ako ngayon, sir. Palang ako naka-online. Okay, walang problema. Habol lang po. Okay, mag-subscribe ka ha, Ma'am Gina Bergais Burrito, para ma-i-upload natin to sa ating YouTube channel, yung live po natin ngayon, para makapag-review po kayo. Okay? Alright, again and again, limited lang po yung makakasali po sa ating final coaching. Okay? Hindi ko po gusto yung sasali sa final coaching. Sa final coaching lang sasali. Hindi nagsisikap dito sa ating Okay? Again and again, limited lang yung makakasali sa ating final coaching. Gagawa ako ng ibang group po. Gawa ako ng Facebook group na naka-private. Okay? Yan. Magpa-final coaching tayo dito by month of mga August ata or September before the exam. Yan. Ano sagot nyo? Number 140. Okay. May nagsagot ng letter A. I'm not sure because... Okay, sagot po natin sa ating number 140. Yung keyword natin is folk knowledge. Okay, ito po. It is crucial in facing the basics of daily living. Again, teachers should be encouraged to teach folk knowledge because it is crucial in facing the basics of daily living. Yan po ang sagot po natin sa ating letter A. Tama po kayo, Marilyn A. Cortez. Okay, proceed tayo sa ating number 141. Ito, what does a professional code of ethics prescribe for all? Letter A, moral standards and ethical behavior. Letter B, rules and regulations in practicing the profession. Letter C, strict implementation of laws of the land. And letter D, civic mindedness and social consciousness. Saan po dyan ang ating tamang sagot sa ating number 141? Okay? Number 141 na po tayo. Ang keyword po natin, professional code of ethics. Saan po dyan ang tamang sagot? Okay? When we say ethics, that is related to what? Alright? Ano nang sagot ko dito? Bakit wala nang nagko-comment? Okay? Yan, ito na. Okay, yung sagot po natin dito is letter A po. Since we are talking about professional code of ethics, ethics is related to moral standard and ethical behavior. Yan. Okay, proceed tayo sa ating number 142. Man is to be held as a social being. What does this line mean? Okay, man is to be held as a social being. What does this line mean? Letter A, he necessarily attends social events. Letter B, he must introduce himself in social gatherings. Letter C, he does not live only for himself. And letter D, we have, he does not need other people. Ano po dyan ang tamang sagot po natin sa atin pong number 142. Alright. 142, anong sagot nyo dyan? Alright, pasali po sa GC Sir sa final coaching. Panoted po, pwede. Self-review lang po ako. Sana po, please. Okay? Okay. So yung mga nag-ano ako dito sa mga pangalan, yung nag-affair lagi nagko-comment. So yun, marami na akong dito, marami na akong laging nano-notify na mga familiar na mga pangalan na laging nagko-comment na very active talaga. Yan. Ako hate ko yung mga taong pulpul, yung mga mga tamad ako. Hate ko yung mga tamad na tao. Ayoko sa mga tamad talaga. Yan. Tama ko ano. Alright, ano pong sagot po natin dyan sa ating number 142 po? Alright, sagot po natin dito is letter C po. Alright, we have he does not live only for himself. Okay, ang galing po ni Sir Stone. Kakuha po siya ng tamang sagot dito. Okay, 142 po ang sagot natin is letter C po. He does not live only for himself. Alright, proceed po tayo sa ating number 143. Ito, what is at the best triangle that shape us into what we are. Again, shapes us into what we are ha. Iba yung yung influence. Yan. Shapes us into what we are. Iba yung influence ha. Okay, ito. Letter A, environment. Letter B, heredity. And letter C, training. And letter D, skull attended. Saan po? Ang tamang sagot dyan sa atin pong number 143. Again, 143 na po tayo. Yun, number 143 na tayo. Anong sagot nyo dito? Right. Ito si Mela. 143 na po tayo. 143. Kindly comment down. Dili ata yung comment. Okay. Freddy Estrada. Ngayon ko lang nakita tong pangalan na to. Ngayon lang nag-comment to. Okay, Freddy. Ito si Disimi Bahaw, very familiar. Florence Miano Bacoy. Lalo-lalo na ito si Ma'am Cortez. Laging nakaabang natin ito sa atin ito. Si Ma'am Paz Ilis, Jala Lakwata, Aldino Magkidong. We have Disimi Bahaw. Sino pa yung iba? Nakalimutan ko na. Pero pag mag-comment sila, ma-recognize ko talaga yung pangalan nila. Si yung mga taga Cebu talaga marami taga Cebu. Alright, ano pong sagot po natin sa atin pong number 143 po? Okay, number 143. Yan, sagot ni Sir Stone, heredity. Okay, sagot po natin dito is heredity po. Again, hindi po environment kasi yung environment is po yon, yung mag-e-influence po. We're talking about if we're talking about influencing or influence is yun po ang sagot natin, environment. But now, shapes us into what we are. Walang influence na kalagay dito is heredity po ang sagot po dyan. Okay, number 144 na po tayo. Eto na. How do you describe a typical social structure which describe a pattern through which relationship at work are ordered? Okay? Sunshine being tahod. Okay, gusto kong sumali sa preview lang po ako. Yun nga, ang dami. Ngayon ko lang nakita to si Sunshine. Siguro silent viewer natin ito. Okay? Eto na, how do you describe a typical social structure? Keyword natin, typical social structure. Letter A, technological. Letter B, communistic. And letter C, capitalistic. And letter D, bureaucratic. Again, ito. Again and again. Take note, again and again. Lumabas ito sa board exam last March 2019 at bumalik ito last September 2019. Again, lumabas ito sa March and September 2019 board exam. Itong number 144 po natin. Again, take note and again. Lumabas ito sa board exam sa atin po March and September 2019 po. Ito po. So, typical social structure po yung keyword po natin dito. Alright, anong sagot nyo sa ating number 144? Kindly comment down your answer now. And of course, welcome po sa ating mga bagong viewers dito. Kung ikaw ay bagong viewers pa lamang, kaway-kaway naman po dyan. Kindly comment. And of course, pakilagay po kung taga saan po kayo, at least ma-recognize natin. And of course, kung hindi pa nakapag-follow sa ating Facebook page, I invited you po to please follow to our Facebook page para po lagi kayong updated at ma-notify kayo sa ating ipopost na mga reviewer at kapag nagla-live tayo dito. At syempre naman po, meron po tayong YouTube channel na andyan po sa ating screen po, sa ating pong naka-caption po dyan sa ating caption. Nasa ibaba po, pakitingnan lang po yung link po sa ating YouTube channel. And of course, I invited everyone to please support and subscribe to our YouTube channel dahil nga po, yung mga online live po natin dito, and of course, yung mga previous live po natin on the previous day is i-upload po natin sa ating pong YouTube channel. Alright, anong sagot nyo dito? Number 144. Delay yung comment. Delay nyo naman yung comment. Okay, may nagsagot ng letter D. Alright, sagot po natin dito sa ating number 144 is letter D po, bureaucratic. Yan po ang tamang sagot when we say about typical social structure. Again, keyword typical social structure. Ang sagot po natin dyan is bureaucratic po. Okay, proceed po tayo sa ating number 145. A society cannot exist without a government. Which word is synonymous with government? Okay, lumabas na ito sa ating set number 2. Tapos na ito. Alright, kaway-kaway sa mga nakaalala sa ating set number 2 nito. Alright, anong sagot niyo po dito? Letter A, we have domination. And letter B, authority. And letter C, restraint. And letter D, check and balance. Saan po ang tamang sagot dyan sa atin pong number 145? Ayan, ito na. Christian Lloyd R. Cañas. Napaka-ano to kagabi. Napaka-active to. Very participative. Yan. Alright, you can share this video ha. You can share this video to your friends. And of course, kung may mga GC kayo dyan, kung may mga Facebook group kayo, pwede yung i-share po ito sa mga other para po ma-share nyo din dito sa kanila. Okay, anong sagot nyo dito? Number 145 na po tayo. I-delay yung comment natin. Okay? Tapos na tayo dito ha. Ang daming nagsagot ng letter D, check and balance. Sagot ni Christian, dito si Christian Lloyd Acanyes, nakitaan ko to ng advantage. Magaling tong bata to. Okay, magaling si Christian Lloyd Arcanyas. Kahit kagabi, minsan lang siya nagkakamali talaga. Usually halos tama lahat yung sagot niya. May 90% of chances na papasa to sa lit exam. Okay, sagot po natin dito is letter B po, authority. Yan po ang ng gobyerno. Kaya nga po, society cannot exist without a government. Kasi nga po, ang yung society, kung kapag walang gobyerno, hindi po mag-i-exist yun. Kasi yung tao is walang law, walang patutunguhan. Parang ang daming conflict. Samantala, pag may government, okay, may peace tayo, may peace and order kasi nga yung government po yung mag-i-implement po dyan. Yan, okay. Sagot natin dyan is ng gobyerno is authority. Sila po yung may authority. Okay, number 146 na po tayo. What does nuclear family consist of? Okay, nuclear family, letter A, grandfathers and grandmothers. And letter B, father, mother, sons, and daughters. And we have sons, daughters, and cousins. And letter D, daughters and in-law, okay? Keyword natin, nuclear family, related to sa sociology subject. Alright, anong sagot nyo dito? Sagot ni Sir Stone, letter B daw, father, mother, sons, and daughter. Iba yung nuclear family at extended family. Yun. Alright, sagot po. Sagot ng iba dito. Dilim naman yung comment natin. What happened? Alright, sagot po natin dito is letter B po. Father, mother, sons, and daughter. Kapag ando na si Lola, tawag doon extended family na po yun. Okay, number 147 na tayo. What is the principal means through which culture is transmitted from generation to generation? Again, tapos na ito sa ating set number 1. We are now in set number 3, Social Studies General Education. Yan po. Culture is transmitted from generation to generation. Letter A, community. Letter B, church. Letter C, family. And letter D, language. Saan po ang tamang sagot? Sa ating pong number 147. Ano po ang tamang sagot natin dyan sa ating number 147? Sagot ni Giselle May Nanganga. ngagan, sagot niya letter D. Language daw. How about yung iba dito? Tingnan na. Okay, dito yung comment ha. Okay, we have Florence Miano Bacoy. Sagot niya letter D. Okay, sagot po natin dito sa ating number 147 is letter D po. Culture is transmitted from generation to generation is language po. Yan po ang sagot po natin sa ating number 147. Alright, number 148 na tayo. Ito, tapos natin ito sa ating set number 2. I think set number 2, tapos na ito sa ating set number 2. Okay, ito. Material culture refers to tangible and concrete objects produced by man. Again, keyword natin, tangible and concrete objects produced by man, which are example of material culture. Ang hinahanap po dito, saan po daw yung example, halimbawa ng material culture? Letter A, stone walls of Tasarais. Letter B, ceremonies of Ibatans. Letter C, Sinulog celebrations. And letter D, Moriones Festival. Saan po ang tamang sagot sa atin pong number 148? Alright, yan. Sagot ni Romeo Sagasa. Ito, familiar to si Sir. Lagi na ito nagko-comment dito. Okay, sagot natin sa number 148 is letter A po, stone walls of Tasaday. Yan po ang isa sa mga halimbawa ng material culture among the choices. Alright, proceed po tayo sa ating number 149. Which humanid is considered basic? Again, which humanid is considered basic? Saan po ang tamang sagot natin dyan? Again, lumabas ito sa board exam last 2018. Yung number 149 po natin, again and again, lumabas ito sa board exam last year 2018. Right. Yan. Saan ang tamang sagot natin dyan? Sa ating number 149. Letter A, pleasure. Letter B, security. Letter C, weather. And letter D, order. May nagsagot ng letter D. May nagsagot ng letter A. Yan. B, security. Sagot ni Jesselme Ngagan. Okay, how about yung iba? Ano sagot niyo dito? Alright, again and again, welcome sa ating mga bagong viewers dito. Sa ating mga bagong viewers na hindi pa nakapag-follow sa ating Facebook page, okay, I invited everyone and I encourage everyone to please follow to our Facebook page. And of course, meron po tayong link po dyan para po sa ating YouTube channel. And I invited everyone to please support and subscribe to our YouTube channel para po makapag-upload po tayo ng mga videos po sa atin pong mga previous live. And of course, itong live po na to ay may upload natin doon sa atin pong YouTube channel. And of course, kaya invite your friends and to invite your friends to subscribe. Yan po. And of course, you can invite your friends by mentioning their names para po makapag-join po sila sa atin po dito sa ating online live review. Alright, proceed po tayo. Balik tayo sa number 149. Ano po natin tamang sagot po dito? Okay, number 149 na po tayo. May nasagot ng letter A, may nasagot ng letter B. Halo-halo yung sagot natin dito. Ang sagot po natin dito sa ating po number 149 is letter B po, security. Yan po ang sagot natin. Human aid is considered as basic pleasure po. Considered basic po. Ang sagot po natin dyan is security. Again, sagot natin sa ating number 149 is security. Okay? Proceed po tayo sa ating number 150. Ito. Which among the following represents the detrimental aspect of Philippine culture and society? Again, which among the following represents the detrimental aspect of the Philippine culture and society? Lumabas ito sa board exam again and again last March 2019. Again and again. Take note ha, take note ka teachers. Yung number 150 po natin is lumabas ito sa board exam last March 2019. Again, lumabas ito sa board exam last March 2019. Okay, anong tamang sagot po natin dito? Alright, detrimental aspect yung keyword natin dito. Alright, tandaan nyo po dito yung mga keyword natin ha. Yung keyword at saka yung sagot, tandaan nyo po, be familiarized kung kung pwede, mas better kung ma-memorize talaga. Okay? Okay naman yung familiarize, pero mas okay talaga kapag memorize. Yan. Alright, ang daming nagsagot ng letter D, Ningas Kugon. Okay, sagot po natin dyan is letter D po, Ningas Kugon. Yan po ang sagot po natin sa ating number 50 when we talk about detrimental aspect of Philippine culture and society. Okay? Proceed po tayo sa ating number 150. Number 151. Ito, which among the following pertains in the passionate Filipino dance that makes use of fun on handkerchief illustrate a couple in romance? Yan. Again and again, yung ano po na ito, number 151 po natin. Lumabas po ito sa board exam last March 2019. Alright, lumabas to sa board exam ha, last March 2019. Tandaan nyo po, last March 2019. Alright, anong sagot po nyo dito sa number 151 po? Yung ano po, mag-ano po ng handkerchief po, okay? A couple in, illustrate a couple in romance. Anong sagot nyo po dito? Mga ka-teachers, sagot na po. Okay? Sa mga bagong viewers natin dito ha, welcome na welcome po kayo. Kaway-kaway naman po sa mga first timer po dito. Welcome na welcome kayong lahat sa ating online live review. This is free po, walang bayad to. Kahit pang kuryente, pang load, effort ko dito, yung time ko dito, hindi ako humingi ng bayad ha. This is my sacrificial offering sa mga nangangarap na maging LPT. Again, this is my sacrificial offering sa mga nangangarap na maging LPT. Okay? Pang-kuryente, pang-load sa wifi, yung oras ko dito, binuhos ko, hindi pa ako humingi ng bayad. This is free. Kaya nga po, gusto ko lang is magsikap kayo, mag-aral kayo, yun talaga ang gusto ko. Ayaw ko sa mga taong matatamad talaga. Yung mga tatamad is ayaw ko sa kanila. Hate ko yung matatamad kasi nga very hard working po ako in terms of during my college days. And for the information of everyone, during my college days is self-support lang po ako. Yan, self-support lang po ako talaga ako. Hanggang nakatapos ako, nakapasa sa board exam. Okay, self-support lang ako. Nag-a-apply ako ng mga trabaho. Self-support lang din. Hindi ako humingi ng any financial po sa mga magulang ko para sa maghanap ng trabaho. Yan. Okay? Nung nag-aral ako dati wala pa yung pre-tuition sa college. Wala pang pre-tuition yun. Self-support lang talaga ako. Okay? Nagka-canteen ako sa umaga. Nagre-renta ng tricycle pag walang pasok. Tapos sa gabi, sa hapon, nag-aaral. Okay? Within 4 years, rotation ko is 4 to 5 hours lang talaga tulog ko within 4 years during para sa panahon ng pag-aaral ko. And every 24 hours, 19 hours ako nagtrabaho, nag-aral. No, 19 hours ako nag-aral, nagtrabaho. Yung tulog ko is 5 hours, 4 to 5 hours lang talaga. Kasi nga, 4 AM pa, gising na ako niyan. Magluluto na ng paninda ko sa canteen. And of course, by the 7, matapos ako magluto, punta ako sa canteen. Tapos makauwi ako is 12 na. 12 is maglalans ako, maliligo. Tapos biyahe na naman papuntang school. Tapos paglabas ko, gabi na. Pag uwi ko, magsasadi, gagawa ng project, magluluto ng mga i-prepare ko yung mga mga kagamitan, yung mga lulutuin ko para bukas, mag-mix ng mga harina or pa. So yun. So matapos ako 11 to 12, then matutulog ako 12 midnight. So 1, 2, 3, paka 4, paka 5, gising na naman para magluto. Yun talaga buhay ko within 4 years po. Okay? Maraming saksi dyan. Alright, proceed po tayo. Ano po sagot po natin dito sa ating number 151? Okay? Number 151 po natin, sagot po natin dito is Karinyusa po. Yung sumasayaw na may hahawakan na panyo. Yon. O, Karinyusa po ang tawag doon. Alright, proceed po tayo sa ating pong number 152. Which of the following best describe the concept of society? Again, best describe the concept of society. Saan po ang tamang sagot natin dyan? Letter A, political entity. Letter B, the same as culture or nation. And letter C, limited by geographical boundaries. And letter D, organized interaction of people sharing land and culture. Saan po ang tamang sagot natin dyan sa ating number 150? Alright, ano pong tamang sagot natin dyan sa ating number 152 po? Yan, 152. Anong tamang sagot natin dyan? Okay, tatapusin natin to hanggang 185. And of course naman po, sa ating mga major social studies dyan, again, mga major social studies, pagkatapos nito, pag nagkaroon ako ng oras, kakain muna ako ng hapunan. Pagkatapos doon, proceed na po tayo sa atin pong social studies major, yung 101 to 150 items po. Okay? Okay, sagot po natin dito sa ating number 152 is, okay, may nag-comment na ba sa number 152? Yan, may nag-comment ng letter D, may nag-comment lang letter A, okay? Keyword natin dito, best describes the concept of society. Again, tandaan lang po yung keyword natin po dito, be familiarized, and mas better na kung i-memorize talaga. Yan. Best describe the concept of society is organized interaction of people sharing and culture. Again, ang tanong po, which following best describe the concept of society? Again, society yung pinag-usapan dito, hindi political. Okay? The same as culture or nation, kasi nga po, concept of society pinag-usapan. Limited. Yan. Limited by geographical boundaries. Letter D po yung sagot natin, organized interaction of people sharing and land and culture. From the word society, we have socialization. Yan. Okay, proceed tayo number 153. The primary biological limitation of natural family planning is that it is blank. Letter A, expensive and very unreliable. Letter B, only suitable for females with regular periods. Letter C, cannot satisfy people of sexual ages. And letter D, goes against the tenets of the Catholic Church. Saan po ang tamang sagot natin dyan? Sa ating number 153. Alright, sa mga bagong viewers natin dito, welcome na welcome ko kayong lahat sa ating online live review. This is General Education, Social Studies, set number 3, hashtag number 111 to 185. And of course, kung hindi pa nakapag-follow sa ating Facebook page, I invited everyone to please follow to our Facebook page. And of course, meron po tayong YouTube channel na andyan po sa ating caption, nakalagay po. You can click that, and of course, please subscribe and support to our YouTube channel dahil nga po yung mga previous live po natin on the previous day at itong live po natin ngayon ay mai-upload po natin ito sa atin pong YouTube channel kapag aabot na po tayo ng 2,000 subscriber, since this YouTube channel is requested to our followers here in Facebook page. So we are running 8,000 followers to our Facebook page, and of course 1/4 lang po yung hiningi ko doon kasi nga I need 2,000 subscriber para po maging po yung YouTube channel po natin. Yan. Okay, anong sagot natin dito sa ating number 153? Yan, sagot ni Sir Stone, letter D, goes against the tenets of the Catholic Church. Again and again, sa mga dito, bagong viewers dito, you can mention your friends, your classmates, to join with us. Invite them para po marami po tayo dito. So yun, sagot natin dito, the primary biological limitation of natural family planning is that. Okay, sagot natin, letter B po, only suitable for females with regular periods. Again, the primary biological limitation of natural family planning is that it is only suitable for females with regular periods. Okay? Again, pinag-usapan natin dito is family planning, biological limitation. Followed by natural family planning is that it is only suitable for females with regular periods. Yan po ang sagot natin sa ating number 153. Okay, ito. Number 154. Which of the following types of societies came first during societal evolution? Again, Which of the following types of societies came first during societal evolution? Letter A, horticultural. Letter B, industrial. And letter C, agricultural. And letter D, mass. Saan po ang tamang sagot natin dyan sa atin pong number 154? Yan, sagot ni Felix. 154 na po tayo. Dili yung comment natin dito. Nangyari dito. Alright, can you comment down your answer now? Alright, pwede nyo imbitahan yung mga kakilala nyo ha, yung mga friends nyo po dito. Invite nyo po, mag-join sila sa atin dito. Alright, sagot po natin dito. Dili yung comment ninyo, hindi ko makita. Ito, si Maricel Igambripi, sagot niya letter C po. Agricultural. Okay, sagot natin dito is horticultural. Yan po, yung first societal evolution, horticultural. Again, societies came first during societal evolution is horticultural. Yan po ang sagot po natin sa atin pong number 154. Eto, number 155 na po tayo. And a sociological sense, earning a 1.0 grade weighted average or GWA makes you a deviant because blank. Letter A, you only could have gotten the GWA by cheating. Letter B, a GWA of 1.0 is not a norm. And letter C, it alienates from you, your peer group. And letter D, it improves your status. Saan po ang tamang sagot natin dyan? Sa atin pong number 155. Napaka-logic ng social studies. Ang broad ng coverage niya. Okay, number 155, sagot ni Florence Piano Bacoy, sagot niya letter B, a GWA of 1.0 is not a norm. Sagot ni Disimi Bahaw, letter B pa rin. Alright, we have Bramel Kwambot, sagot niya letter A, you only could have gotten that GWA by cheating. Alright, sagot po natin dito is letter B po. A GWA of 1.0 is not a norm. Again, sagot natin dito sa ating letter number 155 is letter B po. A GWA of 1.0 is not a mean. Okay? Para hindi po nyo makalimutan. Tandaan nyo po na 1.0 grade, okay? Kung may 1.0 dito, hanapin nyo lang po sa hanapin niya lang po dito sa choices kung sino yung may 1.0, yan na yung sagot. Okay? Dahil wala naman pong ibang 1.0 dito. Letter A po natin, letter C at letter D, wala pong 1.0. Then yung letter B po natin, siya lang po yung 1.0. Then sa keyword po natin is 1.0 grade weighted average or GWA. Yan po. Hanapin lang po. Parang ibinalik lang. GWA of 1.0 or grade weighted average. Yan po. Okay? Yan lang po ang diskarte. Tandaan nyo lang po. Okay? Yan, 1.0 grade weighted average dito po. Grade weighted average of 1.0. Yan po. Okay, proceed tayo sa ating number 156. What is the underlying theory of the belief of the DepEd and other stakeholders should exert deliberate efforts and construct satisfying culture for education? Keyword natin, stakeholders should exert, construct a satisfying culture for education. Letter A, cultural revitalization theory. Letter B, utopian theory. And letter D, we have anarchistic theory. And letter D, revival theory. Saan po ang ating sagot dyan? Sa ating number 156 po. Okay, number 156. Anong sagot niyo dito? Ang mga questions na to is malabo lalabas sa exam to. Pero at least kapag lumabas to, alam niyo. Yan. Yan lang yung advantage dito. Itong questions na to is hindi lumabas sa board exam talaga kahit 2018, 2019, even 2017. Pero at least this coming 2021 kapag lumabas to, yun. Yung advantage natin kasi alam mo kung anong sagot. Okay? Alright, sagot po natin dito is letter E po. Cultural revitalization theory. Again, sagot natin dito since yung po natin, construct satisfying culture for education. we're talking construct. Again, construct or satisfying culture for education. Ito po, cultural revitalization theory. Yan po ang sagot po natin sa ating pong number 156. We have Roed Reyes, sagot niya, letter A. Okay, proceed tayo, number 157. Ito, what committee was founded in 1978 to promote effective cooperation and enhance solidarity among the people of ASEAN? Again, effective cooperation and they have solidarity among the peoples of ASEAN. Letter A, Committee on Culture and Information. Letter B, Committee on Regional Cooperation. And letter C, Committee on Culture and Arts. And letter D, we have Committee on Cultural Heritage. Saan po ang tamang sagot natin dyan sa ating number 157? Alright. Ito na, si Aldino Magkido. Soki viewers to ito. Medyo late siya ngayon. Okay, number 157. Ano po sagot niyo po dyan? Very delay yung comment talaga natin dito. Sa signal siguro to. Yeah. Okay, sagot po natin dito sa ating number 157 po is letter A po. Committee on Culture and Information. Again, what committee was founded in 1978 to promote effective cooperation and enhance solidarity among the peoples of ASEAN? Letter A po ang sagot natin dyan. Committee on Culture and Information. Again, Committee on Culture and Information. Yan po ang na-found sa 1978. Okay, proceed po tayo. Tandaan niyo po yung keyword natin, solidarity among the peoples. Letter A po ang sagot, Committee on Culture and Information. Okay, number 158 na po tayo. Teachers should be encouraged to take false knowledge because, okay, tapos na ito kanina. Yan po ang sagot po natin. Ito. It is crucial in piecing the basics of daily living. Okay, number 158, tapos na po kanina. Again, sa mga bagong viewers natin dito, sa ngayon lang nakapag-view, number 158 po natin, teachers should be encouraged to teach folk knowledge because it is a crucial in piecing the basics of daily living. Yan po ang sagot natin, letter C. Okay, ito. If one agrees Rizal on the best way to redeem our country, what should he do? Again, if one agrees with Rizal on the best way to redeem our country, what should he do? Letter A, work for quality education for all. Letter B, campaign for more foreign investors. Letter C, attract tourists to the country. And letter D, we have do the advocacy for health programs to get the biggest share in the national budget. Saan po ang tamang sagot natin dyan sa ating number 159? Alright, ano po ang tamang sagot po natin dito sa ating pong number 159? Very delay yung movement talaga. Okay, may nagsagot ng letter A, work for quality education for all. Yan. Okay, sagot po natin dyan is letter A po. Work for quality education for all. Yung hinanap po, the best way to redeem our country. What should they do? Work for quality education for all. Yan po ang sagot po natin sa ating number 159. Okay, number 160 na po tayo. Based on his work sa aking mga kababata, would Rizal favor the use of mother tongue in the early grades? Again, ang tanong lang po, kung si Rizal ba daw ay in favor sa paggamit ng mother tongue during panahon po sa early grades po. Letter A, yes. Letter B, he did not express it clearly. Letter C, no. And letter D, yes, but mixed with English. Saan po ang tamang sagot natin dyan sa ating number 160? Sa based on his work sa aking mga kabata, for the favor the use of mother tongue in the early grades. Alright, sagot na po kayo. Alright, again and again, welcome sa ating mga bagong viewers dito. Kung ikaw ay bago ka pa lamang at hindi pa nakapag-subscribe sa ating YouTube channel, iniimbitahan ko po kayo na isuportahan niyo po at isubscribe. Mag-subscribe po kayo sa ating pong YouTube channel. Andyan po yung link po sa ating caption po. And of course, sa hindi pa nakapag-follow sa ating Facebook page, I invited everyone to please follow to our Facebook page para po lagi kayong ma-notify at ma-update sa ating ipopost ng mga reviewer at saka kapag nagla-live po tayo dito. Alright, anong sagot niyo po dito sa ating number 160? Sagot ni Sir Stone, letter A. Alright, anong sagot niyo po dito? Okay, sagot po natin dito is letter A po. Yes po. Mother tongue, it's the early grades. Okay. Pabor po si Rizal po na gamitin po ang mother tongue sa early grades po. Yan po. Yes po ang sagot natin dyan sa aking mga kababata. Okay, number 161 na tayo. How did Rizal's no limitangere contribute to the development of his countrymen? Again, how did Rizal no limitangere contribute to the development of his countrymen? Letter A, it awakened them to the oppressive rule of Spain. Letter B, it exposed to them the scandals of the friars. And letter C, it taught to love their local language. And letter D, it picture for them the ideal Pilipinas. Saan po dyan ang tamang sagot natin sa ating number 161? Kung ano po daw ang na-contribute na development sa no limitangere na ginawa po ni Rizal. Yan. Ito pala, lumabas to sa exam last March 2019. Again, lumabas to sa board exam last March 2019. Again and again, take note, lumabas to sa March 2019. Ito po, number 161 po natin. Okay, proceed tayo. Sagot na po, ang answer po natin dito is letter A po. It awakened them to the oppressive rule of Spain. Again, no limitangere contributed to the development of his countrymen is it is awakened them to the oppressive rule of Spain. Yan po ang sagot natin sa ating number 161. Okay, number 162 na po tayo. If they were to come back to life, who among the following would he be the most vocal to speak against the country's foreign policy of close association with America? Again, if they were to come back to life, who among the following would be the most vocal speak against the country's foreign policy of close association with America? Letter A, Claro Emmerich II, Leon Maria Guerrero. Letter B, Claro Emmerich II, and we have Jose P. Laurel. And letter C, Leon Maria Guerrero Jr. And we have Jose P. Laurel and Jose P. Laurel, and we have Elpidio Quirino. Saan po ang tamang sagot natin dyan sa ating number 162? Sino ba yung most vocal speak na against po sa country's foreign policy of close association with America? Alright, saan po ang tamang sagot natin dyan? Sagot ni Sir Stone, letter A, Claro Emmerich II and Leon Maria Guerrero. Yan. Alright, anong sagot po natin dito? Alright, may mnemonics tayo dito kung paano to yung paano nyo to matatandaan. O yan. Okay, anong sagot po natin dito, mga ka-teachers? Alright, sagot po natin dito is letter A po, Claro Emmerich II, and we have Leon Maria Guerrero. Okay? Yan, okay. Gusto niyo mnemonics dito? Okay, bigyan ko kayo. Okay, di ba Claro Emmerich II and we have Guerrero. Again, Claro Emmerich II. Tandaan, tingnan niyo po sa screen. Claro Emmerich II and we have Leon Maria Guerrero. Okay, Claro. Si Claro, okay? Cla. Tapos Guerrero, okay? Tandaan niyo Claro. Tandaan niyo letter R-O. Tapos Guerrero is R-O. Yan po, tandaan niyo po. Yung simula po sa pangalan ni Claro is Cla, tapos Guerrero. Tapos itong M, pwede nyo itong Maria. Ito, Leon Maria Guerrero. Letter M-A. Gawin yung M is gawin yung Maria. Okay? Claro M recto. Claro Maria Guerrero. Okay? Ito po. Claro Maria. Okay? Claro. Okay? Guerrero. Si Claro M recto tapos si Guerrero idugtong nyo. Si Claro tapos Guerrero. Yan po. R-O tapos R-O. Claro Maria recto. Yan. Okay? Thumbs up kung nag-gets yung mnemonics natin. Pero it's up to you ha. Kung hindi nahirapan kayo sa ating mnemonics dito, you can make your own mnemonics po. Kayo na pong bahala kung paano nyo po. So, yun po ang masasuggest ko para po matandaan nyo. Claro Guerrero or Claro Maria Recto. Yan. Depende na po yun. Kayo na pong bahala. Pero kapag nag-gets nyo yung mnemonics ko, pwede kayo mag-thumbs up. Okay, paulanan niyo ako ng thumbs up kung nag-gets nyo. Okay, proceed po tayo sa ating number 1. Ano to yung 160 is nakakalito to kasi yung mga pangalan ang dami. Hindi mo maalala. Okay, ito na. Claro Guerrero. Tapos Ro. Guerrero. Okay? Pag may Ro, hanapin mo kung sinong may Ro. Lahat naman to, okay. Yan. Partner silang dalawa. Okay, proceed tayo sa ating number 163. Eto. Why was Melchora Aquino arrested and exiled to Guam? Because she blank. Letter A, supplied the Katipunares with food and clothing. Letter B, fought side by side with the Capotineros. And letter C, openly disagreed with the Encomenderos. And letter D, published an article against the Spaniards. Ano po ang tamang sagot natin dyan kung bakit po na-arrest po si Melchora Aquino? Okay, ano po bang dahilan? Alright, anong dahilan kung bakit na-aresto po si Okay, good evening, sir. Hello to everyone watching from Cotabato City again and again. Alright, we have Kusa Lucas Suhan. Okay, sagot ni Patricia Ann Demetrio. Sagot niya letter B, 163. Publish an article against the Spaniards. Okay, ano ba talagang dahilan kung bakit po na-aresto po si Melchora Aquino? Okay, tingnan natin yung dito, ibang comment. Dili yung comment natin. Yan. May nagsagot ng letter A. We have Babe Gabalfin and we have Joy Selva David. Ito, naka-incheck yung pangalan. Hindi ko mabasa. Paano ito basahin? Okay, sagot po natin dito is letter A po. Bakit po nakulong si Melchora Aquino? Na-arrest po siya. Kasi nga po nalaman ng mga is nag-supplied siya ng Katipuneros na mga pagkain at clothing. Yan po ang tamang sagot talaga. Melchora Aquino na-arrest dahil she supplied the Capotineros with food and clothing. Yan po ang sagot po natin. Okay, number 164 na po tayo. To stimulate the nation's economy and increase employment, former President Diosdado Macapagal, blank. Okay, keyword natin dito, nation's economy and increase employment, former President Diosdado Macapagal, blank. Letter A, abolish government repressive controls. Letter B, borrowed money from the World Bank. Letter C, standardize the salaries of government employees. And letter D, give incentives to home cottage industries. Again and again, yung number 164 po natin is lumabas po ito sa board exam. Last March po, 2019, lumabas po ito again and again. Last March 2019, lumabas ito sa board exam. Okay? Take note nyo po. Alright, ano pong sagot po natin? We have Jean Ann Balaon watching from Davao de Oro. Okay? Saan po sa inyo, Ma'am Jean Balaon? Saan po inyo banda sa Davao de Oro? Okay. Again, Ma'am Gian Balaon, saan po sa inyo banda sa Davao de Oro? Alright, sagot po natin dito is letter A po, abolish government repressive controls. Yan po ang sagot po natin sa atin pong number 164. Yan. Okay, proceed po tayo sa ating number 165. We have Roy Dries watching from Zamboanga City. Okay, number 165. In his La Indolencia del Filipino, Rizal's thinking was the rich natural resources of the Philippines and the favorable climate were not blessing after all for the Filipino, which explain this. Again, La Indolencia del Filipino, Rizal's thinking. Yan. Keyword natin is thinking. Encourage the get. Letter A, encourage the get by mentality. Letter B, lead to disunity. And letter C, may the Filipinos compete against one another. And letter D, we had enabled the Filipinos to earn college degrees. Saan po ang tamang sagot natin dyan? Sa atin pong number 165. Again, yung keyword natin dyan, thinking. We have watching from Ormoc. We have Estiras Donaire Cherimi. And we have eto, watching from Ormoc, we have Espira, okay. Roy Dries from yan. Eto, Jen Morales. Hello sir, good evening to watching from Tarlac Province. Alright, welcome sa ating mga bagong viewers dito ha. Kung hindi pa po kayo nakapag-follow sa ating Facebook page, okay, paki-follow po. And of course, kung hindi pa po nakapag-subscribe sa ating YouTube channel, of course, paki-subscribe na din po. Please support to our YouTube channel. This is for you all guys. Okay, para po sa inyo to lahat. Okay? Ano sagot nyo dito? May nagsagot ng letter A. We have Florence Miano. Okay, tapos na pala to. Ano, saan? Number 165 na. Patricia and Demetrius. Sagot niya, letter A. Encourage the get by mentality. Okay, sagot po natin dito sa atin pong number 165 is letter A po. Yan po. Thinking, mentality. Encourage the get by mentality. Okay, proceed tayo sa ating number 166. Eto. There are no tyrants where there are no slaves, which logically explain this. Okay? So number 1, if the Filipino were treated as slave by the Spaniard, it was because they allowed themselves to be treated as such. Number 2, it was equally the fault of the Filipino why the Spaniards treated them as slaves. Letter number 3, the Spaniards were tyrants and so they were treated the Filipinos as slaves. Saan po dyan ang tamang sagot po sa ating number 166? Okay, since ano to, napakahaba, bigyan natin yung answer po dito. Okay, number 166, letter A po yung sagot natin dito. We have 1 and 2. Okay, yan po ang sagot po natin sa ating number 166. Tandaan, number 3 po ang hindi kasali. Alright, tingnan nyo po. Okay, very delay yung comment talaga natin, no? Ito, Masbate, Bicol Region, we have Ramil Kwambut. Alright, proceed po tayo. Letter A pong sagot natin dyan, 166. Ayan. Alright. Eto na. In what kind since of the Filipino link to a bamboo? Yan. Okay, ito ha. Lumabas to sa ano? Lumabas to sa board exam. Last 2019, September. Okay, last September 2019 lumabas to sa exam. Yung ano, yung bamboo trees din, known as ano, running grass ba yun? Sa science, lumabas yun sa science, yung bamboo pa rin yung sagot. Okay, ito. In what sense is Filipino linked to a bamboo? Letter A, he is flexible. Letter B, he is ambitious. Letter D, he is sturdy. And letter D, he is versatile. Ano po dyan ang tamang sagot po natin sa ating number 167? Yun. Okay, number 167 po natin. Ang sagot po natin dyan is letter A po. Bamboo is ay flexible. Okay? In what sense is Filipino linked to a bamboo? Letter A po ang sagot natin. He is flexible. Again, he is flexible. Yan po ang sagot po natin sa number 167. And of course, tandaan nyo po, lumabas po ito sa board exam last September 2019. Okay? Number 168 na po tayo. The Filipinos' indomitable spirits is shown in his, letter A, ability to survive. Letter B, friendliness. And letter C, utang na loob. And letter D, self-reliance. Saan po yung indomitable spirit is shown in his? Okay? Sagot na po kayo. Delay yung comment natin. Ito, John Marimon. Alright, ano po sagot po natin dito? Number 168 po. Okay, sagot po natin dito is ability to survive. The Filipinos' indomitable spirit is shown in his ability to survive. Ganoon naman talaga tayo mga Pilipino. Very fighter po tayo in terms of survival. Okay? Kahit binagyo, nilindol, binaha, survive pa rin talaga. Okay? May fighting spirit talaga mga Pilipino. Very delay yung comment natin talaga. Ay, ano nangyari dito. Okay, number 169 na po tayo. Ito, lumabas dun sa board exam. On which Filipino trait does Gawad Kalinga build on? Okay, again, lumabas ito sa board exam last September 2019. Again, last September 2019, lumabas ito sa board exam. On which Filipino trait does Gawad Kalinga build on? Okay, yung last, yung September 2019 po that was the last exam po bago po nagkaroon ng pandemic. Yun po talagang pinaka-last na exam. So, lumabas ito sa board exam, ha? Okay, anong sagot niyo po dito sa number 169 po? On which Filipino trait does Gawad Kalinga build on? Okay. Alright, anong sagot natin dito? Welcome sa ating mga bagong viewers dito. Kaway-kaway naman po sa ating mga first timer po dito. Okay, kaway-kaway mga first timer. Very delay yung comment natin. Ano nangyari dito? Okay, hindi ko makita yung mga sagot niyo. Alright, ang daming nagsagot ng letter A. Alright, sagot po natin dito sa atin po number 169 is letter E po talaga, bayanihan spirit. Okay? Gawad Kalinga is refers to bayanihan spirit. Okay? Yan po ang ating sagot sa ating number 169. Again and again, take note po, lumabas po ito sa board exam last September 2019. Okay, number 170 na po tayo. Out of use illustration boards, students came up with a cute and functional bags for school children. Which Filipino trait is exhibited? Okay, again, illustration boards po daw. Students came up with a cute and functional bags for school children. Letter A, creativity. Letter B, adaptability. And letter C, pagkabayani. And letter D, family-orientedness. Okay? Ito po again, out of use illustration boards. Students came up with a cute and functional bags for school children. Ano po ang ibig sabihin nun? Okay, ano pong sagot nyo dyan? Kindly comment down your answer now. Alright, we have Roy Riaz, sagot niya letter A. Romel Sagadsad, we have Ani Batiaw, sagot nila is letter A. We have Sabino Sarmiento, sagot niya letter A. Delay yung comment, hindi ko mabasa kaagad. Okay, sagot po natin dyan is letter A po, creativity. Again, sagot natin dyan, kapag yung bata po, nakagawa po ng sa out of use na illustration boards, ang nanggawa po dyan is creativity. Again, creativity ang sagot natin dyan. Okay, number 171. To which trait are the organization and success of cooperatives in the country attributed? Letter A, pagsasamahan sa kabuhayan. Letter B, creativity. And letter C, pagsama sa kapwa. And letter D, adaptability. Okay, keyword natin, success of cooperative. Alright, sa ating mga bagong viewers po dito kaway-kaway naman po kayo dyan. Welcome po kayo dito sa ating online live review. This is General Education, Social Studies, set number 3, hashtag number 111 to 185. And of course, tapos na po kaming nag-set 1. set 2, antas sa Prof Ed po, tapos na nag-set 1. And of course, sa major po, tuloy po natin yan. Sa set number 1 pa tayo sa atin pong number 101 to 150. And of course, welcome na welcome sa ating mga bagong viewers dito. And kung hindi pa po kayo nakapag-like sa ating Facebook page at nakapag-follow sa ating Facebook page, okay, I invited everyone to please follow to our Facebook page para po lagi kayong ma-notify at ma-update po sa ating ipopost na mga reviewer, of course, kapag nagla-live po tayo dito. And of course, again and again, para sa kalaman ng lahat, meron po tayong final coaching. Okay? Yung final coaching po is good for mga nagsisika po dito na mag-view tapos nagko-comment sa ating mga questions po dito. Sila lang po yung makakasali. Yung mga familiar na mga pangalan ko po, naglilista po ako ng mga familiar na mga pangalan na isasali ko po sa final coaching. Sila po yung ipopost ko, okay? Ayoko po sa mga matatamad, ayoko po sa mga pulpol na mga tao po. Yun. Gusto ko masipag, tapos marunong talagang Gusto ko yung mapag-aral. Gusto kong yung mga taong nangangarap pero patuloy na nagsusumikap. Kasi yung iba, mataas lang ang pangarap pero mababa yung pagsisikap. So yun. Alright? Okay, proceed tayo. Okay, sa mga may YouTube channel na po tayo. Sa hindi pa nakapag-subscribe, mag-subscribe na kayo sa ating YouTube channel. Andyan po yung link sa ating caption po, nakalagay po. Pangalan po ng YouTube channel natin is Pre-Reviewer for Social Studies LPT. Yan po ang pangalan nating YouTube channel. Kaya nga po, I invite everyone na mag-subscribe dahil nga po, yung YouTube channel po natin is request po ng ating mga followers po dito. Nagagawa po tayo ng YouTube channel. Okay. Proceed tayo sa ating number 171. Ano ba ang tamang sagot po dito? Number 171. Alright. Delay yung comment. Okay, number 171 natin dito is letter A po. Pagsasamahan sa kabuhayan. Yan po yung success of cooperatives with which our organization and success of cooperatives in the country attributed. Ito po, pagsasamahan sa kabuhayan. Yan po ang tamang sagot na rin sa ating number 171. Proceed tayo sa number 172. Ito, No Limit Sangri was Jose Rizal first novel. Experts consider this work historically significant because it was instrumental in establishing which of the following? Letter A, national identity. Letter B, fight against graft and corruption. And letter C, inciting the seeds of revolution. And letter D, love for education. Again, No Limit Ang Hero was Jose Rizal's first novel. Experts consider with this work historically significant because it was instrumental in establishing which of the following? Letter A, national identity. Letter B, fight against graft and corruption. And letter C, inciting the seeds of revolution. And letter D, love for education. Saan po ang tamang sagot sa ating number 172? Alright, ano po ang tamang sagot po natin dito sa ating number 172? Okay, may nagsagot ng letter B, fight against graft and corruption. May nagsagot ng letter A, national identity. How about yung iba? Nasagot niyo po dito? Alright, sagot po natin dito sa ating number 172 is national identity po. Yan po yung No Limit Ang Huri ni first novel po ni Rizal. Yan. National identity, since our keyword is historically significant. Yan. National identity po yung sagot po natin sa atin pong number 172. Proceed tayo, number 173. Ito. Which among the following is not a Filipino quality emphasized in the No Limit Sangiri of Dr. Jose Rizal? Again, which among the following is not a quality Filipino emphasized in the No Limit Sangiri of Dr. Jose Rizal? Letter A, devotion of a Filipina. Letter B, deep sense of gratitude. And letter C, common sense of Filipinos. And letter D, innate of subversiveness. Alright, saan po ang tamang sagot natin dyan sa ating number 173? Okay, sagot ni Romel sagad saan? Sagot niya letter D in its subversiveness. Okay, how about yung iba? We have Lut Barlis, Nasser Pitra Salibok, and we have Dima Rescopin. Letter D. Okay, sagot po natin dito is letter D po talaga. In its subversiveness. Okay, again, not a Filipino quality that is emphasized of the no-limit Sanghery is in need of subversiveness. Okay, proceed tayo sa ating number 100. Okay, subversiveness means is mapangwasak. Again, subversiveness is mapangwasak po yan. Okay? Proceed tayo sa ating number 174. And results time, which among the following were pressing issues in the Philippine society that were presented in the Il Filibusterismo? Again, at the results time, which among the following were pressing issues in the Philippine society that were presented in the Il Filibusterismo? Okay, number 1. Education reform. Number 2, superstition, masquerading as religion. And letter 3, number 3, abuses of prayers. Saan po dyan ang tamang sagot natin? Sa atin pong number 174. Alright, comment down your answer now. Yun, sagot ni Decimi Bahaw, sagot niya, letter B, 1 and 3. Okay? Bilisan natin to. Medyo nagugutom na ako. Okay, sagot po natin dito is 1, 2, and 3 po. Sa atin pong presented in the El Filibusterismo. Number 1, education reform, superstition, masquerading as religion. And number 3 is abuses of prayers. Again, sagot po natin dito sa ating number 174 is letter C po. Lahat po yan ay tama po and presented in the El Filibusterismo. Okay, proceed tayo. Number 175. Ito. Which among the following is the main theme of the Il Filibusterismo? Main theme yung hinahanap dito. Letter A, ideal means of achieving social reform. Letter B, results of a revolution. And letter C, curing the social cancer. And letter D, abuses and indecency of prayer. Saan po dyan ang tamang sagot natin dyan sa ating number 175? Okay, yung hinahanap po dito is yung main theme po ng El Filibusterismo. Alright? Again and again, if mag-comment kayo ng inyong mga tamang sagot po, inyong mga answer po, kindly comment down as well as the number of items para po ma-recognize po natin kung para saan po yung sagot ninyo. Kasi nga po yung comment natin dito minsan is delay po. Okay? Delay po yung comment. So, I encourage everyone to please put the number of items kapag nagko-comment kayo po. Okay? Alright, anong sagot niyo po dito? Yan, may nasagot ng letter D. We have Joycel Uyo. Okay. Ang sagot ng iba, delay yung comment ko. Hindi ko makita ka agad. Kailangan pang yan. Okay, we have Marilyn. We have Sharon. Sagot nila is letter D. Okay, sagot po natin dito is letter E po. Ideal means of achieving social reform. Again, which of the following is the main theme of El Filibusterismo is ideal means of achieving social reform. Again, ideal means of achieving social reform. Yan po ang sagot po sa ating number 175. Okay. Number 176 na po tayo. Apolinario Mabini was known as sublime paralytic, which among the following represents his most significant contribution to the development of a nation. Okay? Keyword natin, sublime paralytic. Sino ba yung paralitiko? Okay, letter A, we have peaceful social reform. And letter B, resilience despite affliction. And letter D, revolutionarism. And letter D, Freemasonry. Okay, saan po si Apolinario Mabini dyan? Okay, may mga questions sana yung keyword is sublime paralytic, is automatic po yan si Apolinario Mabini. Pero ang hinahanap po dito kung ano po daw yung na-contribute, most significant contribution po ni Apolinario Mabini po sa atin pong bansa. Okay? Alright, ano sagot natin dito? Sa atin pong number 176 po. Okay, number 176, anong sagot natin dito? Okay, may nagsagot ng letter C, revolutionarism. May nagsagot ng letter B, resilience despite of affliction. Okay, tingnan natin kung ano sagot natin dito. Letter B po, resilience despite of affliction. Okay, kahit po si Apolinario Mabini is isa siyang paralitiko, pero of course, meron pa po siyang significant contribution pala sa ating bansa, no? Sa ating mga Pilipino na mga tao po. Okay, again, resilience despite affliction. Yan po yung most significant contribution po ni Apolinario Mabini. Okay, proceed tayo. Number 177. Marcelo H. del Pilar demonstrate a militant and progressive outlook derived from the classic Enlightenment tradition of the French philosophers and the scientific empiricism of the European bourgeoisie, which among the following represents the tenets of ideology. Number 1, truth. Number 2, fairness. Number 3, impartiality. Okay, anong sagot natin dyan? Okay, bigay natin yung answer dito. Ayan, 1, 2, and 3 po, yung ideology po ni Marcelo del Pilar. Again, truth, fairness, and impartiality. Again, tandaan, number 177, progressive outlook of Marcelo del Pilar, which the following represents the tenets of ideology. We have truth, fairness, and impartiality. Sagot po natin dyan is letter C. Okay? Proceed tayo sa ating number 178. Ito. Your Honor, how can the persecution near try to send this poor, defenseless child to jail for the murder of his father and mother? Have a heart. The boy is an orphan. Is this argument valid? Letter A, no, this is fallacy, an appeal to a pity. Letter B, no, this is a faulty reasoning. And letter C, yes, nobody can disagree. And letter D, no, this violates the rules of logic. Okay? Ano pong sagot natin dyan? Sa number 178. Okay? Okay, sagot ni Germs Larusa Silorio. Sagot niya, letter A. Okay, sagot po natin dito sa atin pong number 178. Okay, ang tanong lang po kung ang in this argument ba daw ay valid ba daw ito? Okay, tanong po natin, sagot po natin is no, this is a fallacy, an appeal to pity. Yan, okay? Sagot natin dyan is no, this is a fallacy, an appeal to pity. Again, okay, number 179 na po tayo. All the laws are the product of legislative activity. Newton discovered several products of legislative activity. Is this argument logically? No. Sagot natin, no, the error is due to the equivocal use of the word law. Okay? Sagot natin, number 179, tandaan, letter A po. Okay, wala tayong keyword dito kasi yung questions na to is not familiar for me. And of course, minsan lang din naman to, okay? Tandaan, kapag lumabas sa board exam to, all the laws of the product of the legislative activity, Newton discovered product legislative activity is the argument logical. No, ang sagot is the error is due to the equivocal use of the word law. Okay, proceed po tayo sa number 180. Ito, anong mga questions na to? Hindi ko familiar. Ito. Okay, tanda ito. Let's assume that universities will be required to offer education programs at the graduate rather than the undergraduate level. Based on this information, how should you respond? Okay, sagot natin dito, improbable.